And I sure wish I had somewhere to go today to be dressed so fly, man. Like I got to show up to the virtual meeting, man, be put on the spot early on a Saturday morning. I thought it was going to be one of them good Saturday mornings, sleep into 11:30, 12, maybe even maybe 1 o'clock and get called out on the live stream. Like, man, don't you know, man, you already you coming through the speakers and shit, man. That's crazy. Get called out on a live stream. B1 Brother Moses is going live today. Okay, I heard the hell out of that since the boss man put your young brother on the clock, man. Are the B1 Network supporters? Are there B1 Network supporters, or are you a B1 Network supporter of divesting? We'll continue to extend that conversation, man. But I don't got nothing on my screen. I just opened it up just as thorough as it can be. My name is B1 Brother Moses, part of that B1 Network. I am a senior partner on the B1 Network, founded by Nyla Vibes and Taz Exclusives. I think probably back in 2019, maybe 2020-ish. But it is one of those coronavirus brought us together type moments where we were looking for information, found the same information to be of particular import for us in the Black community. And so I kind of think that was where we clicked. I debated Taz at least one time, which is the founder of the B1 Network. And they were graciously allowed me to come up and have a conversation, a debate actually on Pan-Africanism, basically whether we stay or whether we go. And the bigger opportunities are here in America, even though I did the devil's advocate and took the Pan-Africanist side to just be, to have that conversation. Because it's a real conversation people are having. I mean, in some places, I guess it's so bad on a nigga that they like, fuck this nigga, I'm going to Tanzania, nigga. Going to Tanzania on you. I mean, and in some parts of the community, it's like, nah, but what are we going to do right now? What are we going to do next month? What are we looking forward to this year? Divest. Do you have any trips planned? Do you have your roadmap towards what 2022 looks like as you continue to find those things that shouldn't be in your life and eliminate that shit? No excuses. If somebody's beating you upside your head, do you want them to stop, or do you want them to slow down, or do you just want them to give you 2 or 3 more and then they'll be good? Now you want them to cease from existing in your life. I know there's a couple of things that I have. Hopefully there's a couple of things that you have as well. So after that debate, the co-founder and I, it seemed like we had a good mutual relationship, right? Because I'm sending in my donations faithfully on time, like a good deacon. I'm a deacon, a trustee inside of the B1 Network. I'm like, I got to make sure if they don't know anyone else supports them, they should know that a Black man at least supports them, and that's whether they're right or wrong. And I've been along the ride of many of conflict. At one point, I'll tell you that for the B1 Network founders, if you YouTubed their name to try to find one of their channels, you were likely to find more like response videos, more hijacked, more other people saying bad things about them than you would find of their actual content. At one point in time, it was rough to where if you were just, okay, let me find it. The notification gang, gang notification gang, be sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell to make sure that you're getting all of the notifications. It had to be said at a point, because who received your notification sometimes came down to who actually watched you most consistently. So if it was a new person, they found you, they liked you, it was like, oh, who is that? And then a week went by. And then maybe 2 weeks went by, and they're watching their regular YouTube, whatever they pretend to watch if they're on YouTube. I know I don't have cable. So if they decide to get entertained, they go on boom, 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 boom. And then boom, maybe a month later, they hear that name again. And they were like, oh, I heard of that person. Oh, Taz Exclusives. Let me see how you spell it. You try to put the E on there. It's like, no, you just XCLUSIVE. You start, you get it Taz, TAZ. Is it one word? TAZXEX. Like, the search, keyword search engine, or the search engine optimization. What are those keywords? If you use their name as the keyword, you are likely to be directed to somebody else's channel. That's how bad it was. And so if nobody else was in a position to say, we need more Black media. And not just say it, not just watch the videos. You can get the analytics that shows you who watches, how, who are some of the top people who watch your videos. Some of the most impressive YouTube analytics came from the B1 network on who actually watches what Black YouTube. Mm-hmm. I knew that it started to become a little bit more favorable for the B1 network when the YouTube go to the next video. After this video is done, go to the next video. After this video is done, go to the next video. When that started happening, and it would send me to either the Breakfast Club or Roland Martin. And I had never subscribed to either of those channels. But I was like, oh, they must be on to something. Because at first I didn't know their name. And then I learned their name enough to put in the keyword search for their name. And when I put in the keyword search for their name, my dumb ass, I wasn't looking at the icons. I saw the videos. I saw a title that I liked, clicked on it. And it took a while to actually build that rapport of clicking on those videos and seeing what videos they were creating. And it took a while because there were so many other videos to go through. It was like, wow, some of the things that were said about this Black family fighting words in court and in person, both. They get both of them fades. Fighting words, no less than fighting. But niggas don't fight no more. It would always send me to either the Breakfast Club or Roland Martin, probably because they have tags looking for any up and coming or emerging Black YouTube audience that hits a certain number of Black viewers. People who search for, I think there was like hair in YouTube. There was like hair and makeup was in YouTube. There was, what else besides hair? And the mukbang, what people used to eat was on YouTube. There was, what was it? I probably watched some of the survival, so the natural history survival with the animal, like sharks attacking and lions week, those type of video, Discovery Channel. But YouTube really wasn't my shit. Like when I came to YouTube, I knew what I was looking for. Primarily, it was a music video artist. So because the game was tricky, it was like, how do we make YouTube work for us? Here's where I went wrong. Homeboy, known him from almost life, more than 25 years. O'Shea Duke Jackson, come from the same hood, ate from the same tables. Wild boy, comedian, jokester, clown, class clown, was smart as fuck. College bouncer, he was a nigga that made it out. Poland, so he was a nigga that didn't have to come back. Facebook groups and shit, because it used to be Facebook before this, and Facebook, at least when we scrolled, I was being entertained by other people's lives, the good part that they did post. But it wasn't really conversational. I may drop a chat every once in a while, boom, 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 leave a comment, boom. But mostly just, liking the picture and keeping it wiggling, moving through the algorithm, or moving through, just shooting through the profiles, shooting through the updates. And so that was the process of being entertained. There was no watching TV. At most, I would listen to Pandora, maybe. Let her play some music, and that was my primary source of entertainment. Other than like maybe playing a game. I just didn't have much use for a TV. I was on Facebook. Facebook with the phone and shit. I knew it started getting good when they were sending me to the Breakfast Club and to Roland Martin and all of that later. But right now, I'm just trying to get familiar with this new technology they call the Facebook or Meta. Meta. Who did you meet? I met META, Meta, small metadata. Like as one part of the network, I met somebody. Now, I didn't imagine that I could become cool with somebody over that type of shit. Like, the motherfucker's actually cool. Like, I wasn't the type of nigga that opened up the Facebook to so many other people outside of my own little space. Like, I had the homies, people that I knew since since like the second grade. You know, I added them, made sure I added everybody that I graduated with from high school and shit like that. Family reunions, we was able to grab people, things like that. So we had the family and we had the loved ones, whole community right there. Boom, boom. Everybody following each other. Duke Jackson was the one who took that same thing, made a group to where people who had certain little interests and shit, they could come together. And it was always a lot of roast sessions and clown sessions. Forgive me. I got to step you back one more step further than that, because even before that, our entertainment was just, the party line back and forth. How do you keep up with people? They tried the MySpace, the Black Planet. So this is the evolution of the shit, right? This the evolution of the network. The evolution of the network that started with, the little phone tag, something that we learned when we was youngsters chasing phone numbers, 14, 15 years old, that if I could just get your number, we could be connected and then I could talk to you about something. Let me talk to you about something. You know what I'm saying? And what we had to talk about when we was 14 is supposed to have evolved once we turned 18, but I know some channels are just made different. They know that talking about the same thing that people talk about at the age of 13 and 14 is still entertainment today. Now, I wasn't one of those folks, so I really wasn't on O'Shea Duke Jackson's groups, not those group chats. Especially once he evolved his game from just being a YouTube, a group chat on Facebook to being a YouTube channel that could attract 200, 300, 400 people live in his weird ass network. Now, again, even as what I considered myself a young player back in the day, I'm talking late 90s, more than 20 years ago, late 90s, 1998, 1999, 2000. From that evolution of developing a network and being able to keep in touch with folks like that today, yeah, it took some technologies, you know what I'm saying? It took more than just somebody having a good mouthpiece. Somebody had to show the brains in this operation and say, okay, this is how we can stay connected. See, they could give us they could give us the tool, but they can't always teach us how to use it for our own advantage. They could lead the horse to water, but they can't make it think. And I wouldn't call everybody in the black community a horse, but I would call that nigga O'Shea Duke Jackson a jackass. Fuck with me. That nigga's an asshole. Always has been, will continue to be. And his Negro Manosphere group from Facebook and its manifestation into business model was at minimum admirable. It was at minimum, it was admirable to see and to know that they did it from scratch. You caught that? You see what I did right there? You can lead that horse to water, but you can't make it think. If the horse is thirsty, it knows what to do when it finds some water. If you put a hustler anywhere, Europe, the continent of Africa, you could put a hustler anywhere and a hustler is going to do what a hustler does. I'm going to tell you that. I think that's 40% genetic. I think that's what I've inherited inside of my bones. That what develops in the immortal cell that creates me that immortal cell, there was some hustler built in that. That no matter where I went, I knew what water looked like, life's necessities. But no matter where I went, I knew I would be alone unless I had a network. Y'all fucking hear me? We play too much. People like to live and work where they feel valued, where we feel cared for. Somebody fucking cares out here. And one of the reasons why living in my grandmother's neighborhood was so comfortable for my mother was because of the network that was still there of families, those who she grew up with, because that was my grandmother's space. But if you would have taken my mother out of her mother's space and put her in her father's space, I don't think she turns out to be the same lady. I don't think she attracts the same Deacon Jenkins, my dad. If you take my mother out of the mitochondrial DNA line of her family and place her into the patriarchy of the man, my grandfather, who drank himself to death after serving the country, who has never had a coherent conversation with either me or my brother, his descendants. If you put my mother in his space and in his care and under his family, well, we just don't exist. I don't, me, my brother. But allowed to rest in spaces where she felt loved and cared for, my mother was able to attract a man, my father, also military, and create a son, Moses, also military. So it's not always about being a hustler. I tell you about that because the other thing I noticed that, we'll hustle to survive. We'll do what we need to do to survive. But another thing that we will do is those base instincts about survival tend to come out. Oh, no, don't be sorry. I never got a mumbling word from my father's father, my grandfather, father of whom I bear his name. I never had one coherent conversation with that patriarch either. The wisdom that I've inherited has been from both my mother's mother and my father's mother's side of the family. And that's just the way it is. I wonder how many people share that story. See, not y'all don't, are we divested? Are the B1 network supporters divesting? Y'all, fuck if y'all don't hear me. Not a mumbling word from the patriarchs on either my mother's side. She doesn't become the same woman if she would have had to live with the man who drank himself to death after serving in the military. She would have been a different mother. There was no dependence on that patriarchy there. Thus, there was no passing along of positive wisdom there. Fucking with me. How many others can share that same story, that the patriarchy was broken and that's not the matriarchy's fault? It wasn't that my grandmothers did anything to drive those men to their breaking points with alcoholism or addiction. I will not remove the agency of those men. You can hear a little bit left in here because sure, it probably could have been great to have gotten to know and get some of that OG nigga wisdom from one of them niggas that made it through the 60s. It would have been real good to hear them and when they was youngsters coming up. It would have been good to hear what happened in the 70s from one of them niggas. It would have been good to hear about the drugs and how that impacted their cousins and their cousins for real. But not one mumbling conversation from them niggas. Fuck you mean do we divest? Or do we support it? Fuck you mean? My grandfather on my dad's side, at least he got his shit naturally. I thought he was a pastor, but he was one of them pastors that used to be like a hitter because his first jobs was like picking other people corn and tobacco and shit like that. And so he was that nigga that was mad that his job, his actual livelihood, was dependent on picking other people's products and shit. And that they paid so little that while their kids got to go to school, my dad and them would have been out there on that same fucking farm. Fuck you mean? Fuck you mean? Nigga, this shit ain't so far from our communities today that we should be looking at shit's peaches and herbs in Georgia, in Louisiana, in Texas, in Carolina, and Florida. Fuck you mean, nigga? No. He was one of them niggas that he must have been a little bit pissed about having him and his whole family have to fucking pick other people's produce as a way of sustainable living. And I know he must have been pissed because somebody must have hit that nigga upside the head a few times, nigga. Smack the shit out that nigga with something at least a couple of times. They must have had to do it. That nigga must have said something where it was like, this dude, here's the killer part. Granddad on my patriarch side, my dad, the dude Louisiana, the giant, must have been smacked a couple of times, like right here, had one of them big ass cancerous knots. Like you might as well not even go to the doctor because you can't afford what they gonna have to do if they have to do anything to that big ass knot. Like you just get you some ice or something, one of them lean your whole head in the refrigerator knots. Like he had that booyah, that damn. He had, and he lived with that big motherfucker for 1996, 1998, the year 2000. Every time I saw him, he had that big ass knot. He was blind in one eye, looked like he'd either been stabbed or shot. Like the dude was kind of fucked up. So we never had a mumbling conversation. But well, I would have at least loved to hear about some of them fights. Fuck you mean? He had to be one of them type of pastors. One of them, if it wasn't for the church, there was nowhere else that a nigga's body would have been safe for miles. And I'm one of the unhealthiest little motherfuckers. You think my metabolism rate is good? Yeah, but I can't run for miles just because I can eat and that shit don't gain no weight. I run about the same distance as the person who's 6'4", 218 pounds. Which means at some point, if you standing in an environment and you a real nigga standing in your environment, I hear you, Chris. I gotta post that one. If you a real nigga standing up in your environment and the nearest facility where you can get a moment of peace, which was the black church in the South, Louisiana, Texas, Carolinas, all of them. The nearest facility where you can get a moment of peace in the time of conflict, white supremacy, all of that shit, the boogeyman. If that was the church and it was 5 miles away, fuck that. What they say, if you scared, go to church. If you scared, go to church. because you would have had to stand up and knuckle up against some of that shit yourself. So I never had a real good conversation with him. But because it was 5 miles away and I still listen and I still respect it like that, you know what I'm saying? Get it out the way. I understand. Shit, I can even look back and say, you know what? If I met the family of that, I would want to hear their conversation too. I would want to hear what that nigga do. I don't give a fuck. Someone would call it snitching. I'd call it tell the truth of what that nigga do. Was that nigga one of the niggas who was like, nigga, this is my horse, bitch? They just, fuck it. They told that nigga he had to do this whole fucking field. And then he looked over. He was like, well, these motherfuckers got cows. They got chickens. These motherfuckers got rakes. They got forks. They got spoons. They got knives. These motherfuckers' kids have their own cutlery and plates and bowls. Their kids have, their kids got a backyard, nigga. And they treat their pets better than they treat their neighbors. Don't fucking hear me, man. Stop it. These niggas don't want it with Brother Moses, man. I am. Nigga, I'm black first. These motherfuckers say, well, I'll say, well, I was going. These motherfuckers got quilts. They got the new blankets. They got all that shit before a nigga ever had a TV, nigga. Fuck you mean? They was just niggas before we got a motherfucking color TV. So was my granddad one of the niggas who grabbed that motherfucker right off the shelf, nigga, hopped on the horse and like, nigga, I'm getting fuck you, nigga. was that my nigga right there, nigga? I can only sit and imagine and invent stories of what my granddad is because I never had one conversation with that patriarch. I don't know if he was a hitter or a coward. I don't know if he stood there and took it on a chin or did he run to the church later in life. I just know the nigga popped out to be a pastor. But you knew who was gangster? No doubt about it. The women who were able to tolerate that shit too. Because whether that nigga was getting on the horse or still working in the field. I was playing with my dough this morning, man. I should leave that shit on too. That's my new Ring app. It lets the community know when we safe, man. I recommend them shits in Atlanta. I recommend them shits in Baltimore. I recommend these shits everywhere. If there was one thing that I would do other than sell people insurance, it would be, little technology tips, things like that can help life become a little bit more community again. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so I do wish I had somewhere to go. I ain't got nowhere to go. So I'm going to kick it with my niggas today. And you know what used to kill him though? I really used to dress like this and wear suits and shit in high school and shit too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to think I was a fly little nigga with my dad's clothes on. And half the time it wasn't because I was creative fashion wise. It was because that's what was clean. Oh, that nigga's suit clean in the motherfucker. Yeah, that was what was clean, nigga. Look at that Cosby. You got 13 motherfuckers in the house and motherfuckers is fighting just to get to the bed first, nigga. Fuck that, nigga. Do you know how hard it is to fight over the washing machine, nigga? Over that motherfucking shit you gotta scrub in the backyard if you don't get that big block of soap. If you don't get the right government, these niggas talk government cheese, nigga. If you don't get the right government soap, nigga, you be done scratched all the motherfucking skin off your motherfucking fingers trying to wash that shit and grate it. Y'all never had that cheese where you had the whole cheese grater and you used to have to drag that motherfucker to get the cheese off that motherfucker? He was scraping hard than the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? 13 people raised in that household, nigga. My dad's suit was clean. If nothing else, man, I could put on a clean t-shirt if I had one of them. Shit, my dad's suits used to be clean, and me and him was the same size, nigga. Oh, my mama. So I used to wear suits in high school and shit too. Same response I get from people. What's up, Brother Moses? They been calling me Brother Moses since before it was Brother Moses. Dude's like, hey, brother. I've been like that dude who women just naturally tend to say brother to after they get to know me for a while. And the relationship is more or less like that. You don't feel funny. You don't feel funny about having the conversation with the nigga. Like, that nigga, like, and it's almost like if you was raised in the church, so for one thing, if you were raised in the church and you was raised under that impression that you should speak to people, right? You should speak to people, you should say hello, and those certain little nuances. All right, that's checkbox number one. And then after you get beyond that religious element, good energy. So you've evolved in your spirituality, you've moved to the next level of reading and understanding of spiritual knowledge, and now you're in that process of energy. How do I keep my energy as pure as it can? How can I get rid of some of the bad habits? Like somebody told me, Moses, stop smoking cigarettes. I'm like, absolutely. I got older. They said, Moses, these cigarettes is making your suits stink, and it's going to make you have to get your suits washed every time, because someone who doesn't smoke can smell that like a forest fire, even if you can't. I was like, damn. Like, and that wasn't even somebody like my grandparents' age. But yeah, I could go on a rant for days. Let me get back. You see, when I started talking about my granddad, I had to get that shit out, because there was a certain level of trauma that I will accept when it comes to the Black experience in America. I will accept the trauma of not having that inherited information come from the masculine side of my family. I will accept that is a trauma that occurs. That the absentee fatherism, forced absentee fatherism, is one of those things that, okay, I can understand. I got you. Forced absentee fatherism is one of those things that I can understand would make the niggas mad. Voluntary father absenteeism is something I know has plagued our community. I'll say that one more time, and then let me, because you know, I like to work in shifts. It's been 30 minutes, so that's my first shift. Y'all know where I was at. I was talking about developing networks, because the question is, see, and it's crazy too how we could just change little subtle nuances to the topic, and to the title, and it still say the same thing. So right now it says, are the B1 network supporters of divestors? So now I'm finna change it for the next 30 minutes. It's still gonna say the same thing, but I'm gonna say it in a different way. Are there B1 network supporters of divesting? And we're gonna keep it rocking, because we're on to a whole new topic for me. All right, hopefully that changed right there. Let me throw this one on there real quick. I'll do a couple of these while I'm in transition. Where do Black boys learn how to tie a tie? YouTube. Now, they can learn how to tie a tie on YouTube, but they can't learn how to buy one until they get into that stove. There y'all go. You can wash my own clothes. That's what I'm talking about, that old school. And cheese, because them big blocks of cheese, you can move those while everybody else trying to get English. You want your sliced cheese, your little spot? Nigga, nah, nigga. Y'all can't rough it. Y'all can't make food stretch if you had to. What you mean, man? I come into your refrigerator right now. If I see anything other than one block of cheese and a thing of mustard and a couple of fresh vegetables, you're out of here. Because you don't know my motherfucking struggles. I always say that, but you don't know my struggles. If you got more than mustard in your refrigerator right now and baking soda in your refrigerator right now, nigga. All right. Let's beat these niggas up a little bit more. Because voluntary absentee fatherism is killing the community. When a nigga just decide to leave. There's one when a nigga gets, get your ass over here, snatch the fuck up out the hood. Especially off of some stupid shit that the nigga did that 9 times out of 10 you can say, yeah, that was stupid. Nigga, you broke into somebody's house, nigga. What you take? Nigga, VCR and shit. Nigga, do you even got VHS tapes? No? So what the fuck did you take the VHR for? Like, shit like that. Like some shit a crackhead is steal. Like, goddamn, you done came in this motherfucker and the nigga took the motherfucking doorknobs off the motherfucker. You needed shower curtain rings, nigga. Like, you just snatched my shit all off. Nigga, like, the bathroom mirror is broke like you was looking for something in the medicine cabinet and shit. Niggas ain't hiding money in the medicine cabinet no more. What the fuck you mean? You know, rolling up hella ones, putting them in jars and stashing that shit everywhere. I got a bank account now, nigga. What are you trying to rob a house for when the shit's in the bank? Nigga, the shit been in the bank for a while, nigga. What the fuck? Motherfucker, get locked up for stupid ass, shit ass niggas. Like, you can almost put that in the category of voluntary. Like, if you was that goddamn dumb, you got locked up because you was stealing some shit, nigga. What you steal? Nigga, I had to do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? The other day, nigga, it was on, nigga. It was up, nigga. It was up, nigga. It was smacking now, nigga. It was smacking. Well, what it hit for? Fuck y'all mean? Y'all ain't talking to me, nigga. What kind of nigga was my granddaddy? Get inside they motherfucking conversations and shit of a real nigga. I'm gonna kick it with my niggas today the same way I kick it if I was standing out there right now with my Heights Purple on. Nigga, I'd just throw the little Heights Purple pocket square in and niggas would continue to pass the blunts and the cups. Nigga, fuck you mean, nigga. It's B1 Brother Moses and I don't play that shit. Oh yeah, I'm from the tribe of Long Winds. Happy Saturday. We gonna get it in. If you don't got a box wine in your fridge right now, man, you ain't even hood bougie. If you don't got a box wine in your fridge right now, you're not even hood bougie. I ain't gonna ask you to be all upper middle class and shit and have the shit built all into you over your refrigerator and shit where you just have a wine space. Nigga, you don't got to have them, sitting in some nice little wine bottle holder, nigga. Now that's just bougie, nigga. But if you don't got that box wine in your fridge, nigga, you ain't even hood bougie, nigga. You might as well go on to the liquor store, get you a $5 little bumpy, some little taka vodka, and call it a day, nigga. You work on your sedity first of all. If you don't got box wine in your refrigerator right now, nigga, you sleeping. Nigga, get you some of that shit and step your life up, nigga. It's 2022. Nigga, fuck these niggas, man. Nigga, if I put a hoodie on underneath this motherfucker, like the Sacramento Kings, hoodie, nigga, I'll run for motherfucking council member. Nigga, these motherfuckers be like, that's my nigga right there. Fuck y'all mean, nigga. Because after whatever my granddad did, at some point, he had bumped his head so many times against whatever the fuck that nigga bumped his head up against. Since we don't know that he actually committed any real wrong, we could just say he must have bumped his own head up against something quite a few times. You know what? I think it may have been my damn grandmama. Cause I don't fucking play with these niggas. She probably pulling a 38 out and back the shit out that old ass nigga. Bow, nigga, hit that nigga upside his head a couple of times because my grandmama didn't play that shit, nigga. Fuck you mean? And somewhere in my bones, in my immortal bones, what they call it, the immortal cell, my immortal master code, my motherboard, my mitochondrial DNA. Once you get to the energy, you're like, okay, let me tap into that a little bit more often, because what you'll learn to prefer in your networks as you develop them, whether they're on Facebook as this one started or YouTube, you start to try to, I think your natural energy seeks its complement is probably the best way to say it. You got to seeking, I think your energy does it. And the sharper this gets, the better in tune your energy is of doing this shit. it runs into something and it's either going to repel itself or it causes static. You know what I'm saying? And because there's a static or a conflict or something that's happening and shit, I know some people use spirituality, some use religion, some use bud and shit. You know, whatever the vice might be, we ingest something. Some people just eat. Like, nigga, they get fucking fed up and shit. They be like, man, fuck that, nigga, I'm hungry. And they be like, man, fuck. You know, like hungry more than like normal. They do like stressed and shit. Like, fuck, like shit, nigga. Times get hard, nigga, turn around, nigga, and that motherfucking who drank my apple juice be some real fighting shit, nigga. Nigga, if you ain't damn near cried over something that was in the refrigerator that you know you put in that motherfucker and now it's not there no more, nigga. Nigga, you don't know my struggle, nigga. If you ain't damn near hit one of these, nigga, when something you bought was gone, nigga, in the fridge, nigga. Like some people call it selfish or stingy or whatever. You just being petty, nigga. Nigga, imagine this, nigga. Imagine this. Are we divesting? I'm gonna give you another one since we can talk mukbang and shit. You know, we can took the hair off and the makeup off of the ladies and shit. Like I could take my tie off. I could, let me go and take this shit off. And I ain't going no motherfucking where. I'm where I'm finna be right now, unless I decide to leave later and go play some top golf or something. You know what I'm saying? But let me get all in their grill and shit. Okay, hold on, man. Y'all fucking think I'm playing. I'm not fucking playing with this story. This story got punchline in it. Fuck y'all mean. This story need to be 4 hours worth of my experience, and I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Y'all gonna get this work. They gonna get the voice of black men on this motherfucking sound waves amongst all of this white noise, whether they like it or not. A nigga gonna speak, nigga, so fuck that. Nigga, whether it's one of us or whether it's 20 of us, nigga, we finna get this work. They gonna get this energy. We can't take 2 off yet. They ain't earned that one yet. They ain't earned for me to be at peace with these niggas yet. They just had to earn that shit. Static. Now a nigga then ran 5 miles to get to this safe haven of a church because it was the closest facility, the closest residence even, where they could find any measure of peace. Now, other people can get inside conflicts and they want to pray about it during the conflict. Like, I swear to God, this motherfucker better not hit me, nigga. Y'all don't see what I did right there, nigga? They get in the middle of conflict and be like, man, I swear for God, this nigga better not put his hands on me. They will pray right there in the middle of some conflict. Right there. Nigga, they gonna get this work. Motherfucker be in the middle of some shit, nigga, like I wish a motherfucker. Some people, you know, they believe in cosmetology, you know, the North Star, astrology, astronomy, nigga. They be like, I bet you that Leo come out, nigga, immediately in conflict. Some of these niggas ran, took off. So I done gave you 2 examples. Unless you want to include the fact that the first man drank himself to death. And then the second man, we don't know his story, but he either bumped his head too many times or he had to get smacked by Big Mama a couple of times. But for whatever reason, he couldn't pass down his legacy. We would say, because they did die together around the same times, that because they stuck it out, he didn't run to the church. But the nigga who gets in conflict and just every time runs from conflict, don't matter what it is. Oh shit, they just towed my motherfucking car. What am I gonna do now? Nigga, nigga, that unreliable transportation ass nigga, this no better than a bus pass ass nigga, that nigga who just ran, who voluntarily became absent. Hell yeah, we support. Divester. So you got that nigga that chooses to leave, the nigga that ran, and the nigga who drank himself, who is no better than the nigga that ran, or the nigga that just chose to fucking leave. If we were to take those three groups and project, we're going to project with the positive intention that we can. We want to give the most liberal number, the number that puts black men, if God status, like they have done no wrong, like nigga, like we gonna imagine with our Mary Magdalena heart, nigga. We're gonna imagine from the soul of the mitochondrial Eve. The creation was perfect. Liberally, how many, or percentage wise, how many black men, fathers, husbands, black men, they just ran? All right. They fucking just voluntarily left, or they're so gone in addiction that it's like they're not even there. We're going to add those three groups of men up. How many, and I'll give you a number out of 100, how many men are left standing if those three groups of men are knocked down? But wait, there's more. We gonna be liberal. Because the niggas, the liberal niggas still have the responsibility of holding us up, regardless of the failures who failed. I'll take it. Thank you, MJ. Thanks for the dub. "45 minutes after." B1 Brother Moses, be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure you hit that like button, hit that bell notification to make sure you get notifications. I sometimes don't get everyone's notifications, but I do know that notifications are about the interconnectedness that we are. So I rock with who the world knows as Cynthia G. But I rock with the Bald Eagle. I watch that a lot. So therefore, if there's someone similar to Bald Eagle that you listen to, or maybe that you listen to the Bald Eagle, we just want our time slots to get more light, to be valued higher, so that we don't lose our notifications. That's it. Send the notifications that we've earned. We want them to do that. And in order to do that, it's going to be more about our network as we grow into 2022, not just whether or not we bring, numbers immediately. Now, when we bring people immediately, that works if your channel is comfortable. But with the potential of black media, I think we have no time to be comfortable. I could have put on this live stream in my motherfucking hoodie and sweats, but I have no time to be comfortable because I'm not done beating these niggas' asses yet. My sister said there's 20, which means 80% of these niggas is already done. Nigga, fuck you mean do we support? Fuck you mean 80% of you niggas is dead, nigga. Fuck you mean. Scoot over, nigga. It was your choice, your option. You did what you did to exercise your option. Your option was self-destruction, nigga. No, I'll tell you like this. With the exception of the man who bumped his head too many times, but still managed to endure a relationship that my grandmother could hold on to and value, she may have been the one that had to knock that old ass nigga upside his head, but they held on together. Why the fuck would I want to learn anything from either of those motherfucking niggas who ran or drank themselves to death? What the fuck do I want to learn from that bitch ass nigga anyway? Fuck you mean, nigga? Body bags. Do we divest? Fuck you mean? Finna pull up on this nigga and oh shit, granddad. And then when you turn back the hand of clock, nigga, you go to elementary school and they say if there was one person dead or alive that you could meet, it's always gonna be somebody else, not their grandfather, nigga. You'll find one kid in 100,000 black kid that says my grandfather. But Big Mama, nigga, Big Mama was worth a shout out, nigga. Nigga, if you made it to you won the Super Bowl, nigga, the championship, what are you gonna do, nigga? Hi, mom, nigga, hey, grandma, nigga. They worth a shout out, but that nigga ain't worth a motherfucking shout out, nigga. Fuck you mean? Supposed to worship and idolize him because he was a black man. He was a black man that never passed down to me a mumbling word, and you want me just to receive secondary information. Well, from this is how he influenced your father. Yeah, that's good for him that he had an impact on that nigga like that. He helped that nigga become the man that he became. But that nigga did shit for me, nigga. Oh, well, that man passed on good genes. Bullshit. The nigga was 6'5". That nigga was damn near 9 inches taller than me. Fuck you mean? I ain't get them shits either. If it was school, if we had to take pictures for school, nigga, and I'm coming out of the motherfucking, let's say the 10th grade picture, because I done made it through freshman year, nigga. So now I'm in 1997, nigga, and I need to wear some pants for picture day. I could not wear my grandfather's shirt, nigga, I tell you that. When it was 13 motherfuckers washing clothes, and they like, nigga, why your clothes ain't clean? I couldn't look to Big Daddy and say, look, Big Daddy, these motherfuckers over here. I wouldn't have called no nigga Big Daddy, nigga. Paw over there. I wouldn't have called the nigga Paw. I'd have called the nigga over there. Fuck you mean? Body bag. That nigga over there ain't doing shit. Fuck you mean? And if I wouldn't want that nigga having that type of level of influence, you know what I'm saying? That if him not saying anything to me may have been a good thing, and he ran and he just drank himself to death to not have to deal with it. One of those niggas, the voluntary nigga that left, he's one of them. Then why the fuck would I want that nigga near my kids? What do I want him teaching my son? Oh, he just gonna stay away from that shit. You can say that until I ask you, do you actually believe in energy? Or did you just hear a little bit about karma and that was it? So I understand what karma meant, but I refuse to acknowledge that there is an existence of karma. But in my studies, I do believe in women's intuition. In my studies, I do believe in that mother genetic cell, that the master cell that produced and told all other cells what to do. And them motherfuckers didn't have time to turn around like, what? It was time to get shit done. Shit just had to get done. That type of energy, nigga, hell yeah, I believe in that shit. Hell yeah, I believe in that shit. But if I was hungry than a motherfucker, you think I was able to say, hey, nigga over there, when you gonna cook something? No. I'm gonna cry, man. You ever looked inside of the refrigerator after something you know was supposed to been there and that shit just wasn't there? You walked all the way over to this motherfucking fridge, nigga. Nigga, I didn't work all goddamn day. I didn't. All the way to motherfucking knocking, nigga, traffic and shit. Nigga, you know where I'm going, nigga. Woo! Shit, I done sung my hardest on the motherfucking freeway, nigga. I done sang my motherfucking hardest on the freeway, nigga, because it's motherfucking Friday, nigga. Nigga, dum, 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 dum. I'm feeling good, nigga. Dum, dum. You know where I'm motherfucking going. I done made it all the way motherfucking home, nigga. Throat dry, nigga, and I know I put that motherfucker. It motherfucker finna be ice, goddamn you cold, nigga. You open that motherfucking refrigerator room, that motherfucker that was supposed to be in there is not in there, nigga. Whoa, god damn you. If you ain't damn near wanted to cry in that moment, nigga, we are not the same, nigga. It's not that I'm jealous. It's not that I super resent motherfuckers. It's not that I'm selfish, nigga. But if you ain't never looked in a motherfucking refrigerator and not had that shit that you know was supposed to be in there, nigga, and you didn't put in your work to get that motherfucker in there, nigga, and it's just gone, nigga, and that shit just hit you right in the stomach, boom, like you dead, or the one in the heart, nigga. Energy. I'm gonna tell you how energy is real. Motherfuckers can say shit, and I've actually felt it. It was like a dagger piercing in the heart, like god damn. My ears heard something, my heart simultaneously. So for me, I'm drawing a correlation between whatever this motherfucker just said to me and why it's stabbing me in my motherfucking heart. Like I've really felt that deep cut. I felt that shit before. I felt it. I felt that shit. I felt that shit over some very petty shit, nigga. Nigga, imagine this one. And this is one when do you divest? Do I believe in it? Absolutely. So let me give you another scenario. Nigga, they in the motherfucking kitchen for a long ass motherfucking time. Nigga, like a nigga just be satisfied with some microwavable shit. But a woman is like, I'm not fucking touching that. The microwave, nigga, was a crime, nigga. Fuck that microwave and that VHS tape. Nigga, throw both of them shits out. You don't need a television, none of that boob tube, none of that shit. You can throw that shit out. You could. That's the old school, right? You don't need none of that microwave, no motherfucking refrigerator boob tube, nigga, until like late 80s, nigga. Maybe the 80s they picked up them televisions and shit, nigga. But my family, hell no, with no TVs and shit, nigga. If there was a TV, nobody younger than 60 could get the remote, nigga. if nigga, you had to be damn near 50, 45 years old to get the remote if there was a TV in the motherfucking 90s, nigga. If you had a TV in your room, we're not built the same, nigga. If you ain't never motherfucking kicked the fucking edge of your bed, nigga, or nigga, like the stub your toe pain. If you never felt this, I just stubbed my motherfucking toe, like it jammed. Oh, god, you ain't never hopped up and down after doing. Stub your thumb, nigga, like jam your thumb or whatever, and feel that shit right there, nigga. If you ain't damn near, goddamn, felt that pain, but felt that shit right here, then nigga, we are not the motherfucking same, nigga. And yeah, I'm petty. The bed rails, nigga, hit the mother. Why did they ever name the motherfucker the funny bone? You hit that motherfucker, and that shit is never fucking funny. I mean, it's funny now that they call it the funny bone, but that was odd because I just used that shit to get through the pain, like, boom, damn, my motherfucking funny bone, that shit hurt. And now I use humor as a motherfucking way of masking some of this motherfucking pain. Anybody that's experienced the trauma of looking in that refrigerator and the shit that was supposed to be there was never there, that's the nigga who I can speak to. But the nigga who has never looked inside of that never opened that door and said, god damn, what the fuck was supposed to be right here? He can't tell me shit. And the motherfucker that never put shit in the refrigerator either, he can't tell me shit either. If you ain't spent some time preparing a motherfucking meal, because like my grandma would say, man, fuck that microwave. And I'm saying she get the meat, she used to have something. If it was rough meat or old meat, if she got it from one store, it wasn't the best quality. It wasn't as fresh. And so because it's fresh, the flesh of that shit is now tougher and all of that shit, but you still want that rich flavor and everything. You better not say aluminum foil, nigga. You better stop speaking my language in this chat today. If that TV didn't have pliers on that motherfucker and a coat hanger, motherfucker, if you never had to stand there and hold that motherfucker for a while, now to level them out, if you never had to duct tape that motherfucker on a wall, nigga, if you never experienced stolen cable in your life, nigga, you didn't even know what that was. It was just in your neighborhood. It was somebody else, nigga. There's quite a few ways I'm finna start asking people what their life was like before they could ever question my intelligence, nigga. So, nigga, my grandma, if it was older or the product wasn't as fresh, she still wanted that flavor because that's love right there. Nigga, the time she spent in the kitchen was easier for her because there was no TV. Well, when she wanted that motherfucker, she could have it, but TV wasn't the thing. It wasn't as strong and prevalent. Games, looking at a monitor wasn't as prevalent as it is. When she was a child, none of that shit. It was just looking at people. And as she got older, what she wanted to do for us was remind us of food. And that we probably will never taste food as good as what she cooked when she cooked it. Too many genetically modified organisms now. They done shit with iodine, and how you got sodium-free iodine, nigga. It's not even salt. The salt is not salt. Like, what kind of salt is this shit? This is light salt. How the fuck do you get light salt, nigga? Why did you give me heavy salt in the first place if now I can have light salt, nigga? How the fuck do I get from heavy? You went from heavy salt to light salt, nigga. Well, where's the regular fucking salt at? Sugar? Niggas be looking for sugar and shit in that motherfucker. I remember sugar, nigga, was just this big ass thing, nigga. Nigga walking that motherfucker with that big ass bag of sugar, nigga, because it was a lot of us. Nigga, we used to have one of them 50-pound tubs, nigga, 50-pound tub, nigga, but sugar, nigga, you got to be a big nigga carrying them bags of sugar, nigga, them big ass bags of rice and shit. And cooking was an expression of love. I never shared that shit with that nigga over there. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Just don't got that experience. Yeah, big ass motherfucking ingredients and shit didn't change, nigga. Now I'm like, hey, pass me that sugar over there. I look at that motherfucker now. I see a pink girl, pink and white. I see a blue and white. I see brown, I see light green, some shit that say natural, nigga, I'm seeing like 7 different brands of sugar now. It's like 7 different brands or types of sugar. I'm like, nigga, sweet and low. When the fuck did you buy this shit? I told you don't go to that food kitchen no more. They be giving you bullshit. Don't go to that food kitchen. Go to the one on Norwood. The one on Norwood, they be having good ass shit. But when you go over there, nigga, you trying to go to where them white people at thinking they gonna give you some good shit. They giving you some bullshit, grandma. This motherfucking sweet and low. Fuck you think they trying to tell you, nigga, grandma? Take your ass over there where the niggas be at because they know, nigga. Grandma, take that shit, nigga. And it's so many GMOs and shit in the food now. It's just like not the same as, in proximity. Grandmother being raised on a farm and, her husband and kids having to work on a farm and shit. Fresh produce is absolutely different. Fresh. It's just absolutely different. So there's a different level of love that you can experience with a freshly cut vegetable than one that's been cut and processed and done all of that shit by somebody else somewhere else at a whole different time. And now you just now getting the motherfucker to redo the same thing that they did some hours later. But when it was fresh, nigga, that's that grandmother's love, that fresh always. It's been here. I can still feel that shit in my mitochondria DNA because she fed the soul. That nigga over there didn't do shit. I'm not giving that nigga over there praises and exaltation and worship just because he exists. Nigga, he exists. So therefore he is loved and he is valid and he is important. But I ain't praising the nigga that ran. I ain't praising the nigga that just drank himself to fucking death and was not able to have this conversation with an angry ass grandson. He wasn't even able to tell me mind your motherfucking business, but do I divest? Hell yeah, especially when we're living in a society now that hates the grandmother. Fuck you, mean? I ain't done with these niggas. Body bag, nigga, 1 hour and we still rocking. I got to go to a commercial off that shit. I'm not fucking playing with you niggas. Do we divest? Nigga, let me see what I could change the topic to now. You motherfuckers keep fucking playing with me.
B1 Brother Moses, and I don't fucking play that shit. We got that aluminum foil. Man, if you didn't have a plate to go, all you needed was that aluminum foil. I just seen people take cornbread and collard greens out in that same aluminum foil. It was just wrapped this way, one way, boom, so the bread didn't touch the, and had like a little bowl shape to it. They boom, and they left. Gone. Niggas be stealing stupid ass shit. I promise you, it's like, bruh, you could have just asked for it. Grandma would have gave you a plate, man. You didn't even have to do that shit. Like, nigga, I promise, nigga, brownies, cupcakes, anything that was there, nigga, they just had to start making pie. Like, nigga, let me see that shit come up missing then, motherfucker. Because making like little individuals, it'll be your birthday. Grandma do some shit like make you an individual dessert, something that you like. My shit was banana pudding. Grandma make you like something specific for you, not something that she could buy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I used to, nigga, could get you one of these, nigga, she knit you a sweater or some shit like that, nigga, I got a sweater, nigga, that motherfucking same sweater right now, a vintage knitted sweater from a grandmother who was born in the goddamn year, from a black grandmother born. I need vintage sweaters that have been knitted and handcrafted by a black grandmother starting at $10,000 right now. I need that shit on I need to get that shit from Amazon. A motherfucking, and that shit has to be earlier. It has to be no earlier than the 90s, nigga. I need one from the 70s, nigga. I need one that motherfucking these niggas who want to sell you with their bitches, nigga. I need one of them's, nigga. I need it original. I need that motherfucking Bill Cosby, but from a real grandmother, nigga, vintage Amazon, nigga. Nigga, that's what I need, nigga. I need one of them. Fucking grandmother was amazing, nigga. Fuck you mean? And I know she was amazing because I was there. So you are live. Welcome.
Is there no escaping Canada now? Can't you hide nowhere over here?
No, just go ahead. Can't do none of that shit. Oh. All right, so we 1 hour, 7 minutes in, and I gave you a couple of reasons to at least consider what the B1 perspective, where we come from, nigga. You know you ain't lived my life, so it's gonna be hard to judge a nigga. It's gonna be hard to just flat out judge a nigga. It's gonna be hard. Because while she was knitting quilts and shit, here's the expectation now is that the nigga get the hell out of the house. And what it is like? Oh yeah. What it is like? The expectations have changed. Nigga ain't on no farm. You're not trying to own your own farm. So what you gonna do is the expectation of men. And if that's the thing that causes you to run from your woman, there's not much I can learn from you. Nigga, you don't want to be with this woman and y'all had a baby. Like these young niggas, they like, we should. So I went hard on the OGs. Now I'm going to go hard on these youngsters right now. And the expectations, B1 brother, nigga, changing my title again, nigga. It's 1 hour. Are the B1 network supporters of young adult divesting? No, let's say divesters. No, young adults divesting. All right, let's see. Hopefully, it could save it that way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Change my title. Hopefully, one more time. Are we supporters of young adults divesting? Early relationship. Maybe they had a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, a little swagger to themselves. You know what I'm talking about? A little swagger. So by the time they getting ready to either go to college, they just stepped out of college. These motherfuckers is already in that I want to be in a family stage. I hate that they be that way. I think they got a lot more potential if they give themselves 5 or 6. Just give yourself a little bit more time. Get to like your 20 somethings. Your good 20 somethings of experiencing with your own life But I ain't gonna tell a nigga shit. You little young motherfucker. Now you done got into a situation shit where you got a baby mama and you got a real decision to make. Are you gonna stay or are you going to go? Will you allow yourself to just use the drugs you're addicted to be the thing that keeps you from having a fulfilling and healthy relationship with your woman and in your own life? Or will you allow the fact that you a nigga and you are expected certain things to be the thing that allows you to run? Come on. Fast, nigga. Take off, gang, nigga. Take off, gang. The nigga who voluntarily leaves. Or the nigga who, he's there, but he's just as good as the nigga that then left. But I mean, the nigga just high. Both of them know that the expectation is, nigga, you gonna do something. And now you think I'm finna sit around and coddle the little nigga that's either gonna sit there and not do something? He ain't even gonna try. He ain't even gonna try to reach out to the people in his class on Facebook. Like, hey, you know, this little network or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get together, a little venue, you know, a little kick it. Nigga, he don't wanna do nothing. Nigga, you just ain't gonna do nothing, nigga. You ain't gonna set up a car wash, nigga. And you think that you, nigga, let's talk to these little niggas, anonymous. You ain't gonna set up a car wash, little nigga. You just gonna do just enough to stay high. Then you're no good to that woman. And I'm that dad, nigga. Here's how they like to get you. What if it was your grandfather they was talking about? Fuck that nigga over there. I just proved that in the first hour. And now it's the kids. Because we ain't finna coddle these little niggas neither. In their circumstances, the answer is still an unequivocal yes. I support her leaving your ass immediately. Now, of course, in a world, we would want them to have, you know, you didn't get here. We would wanted for them to have had the best fortunate luck, you know, God given to use the mitochondrial DNA and give them 100% perfection of all Black boys and girls. And as they reached that 16 and 17 and 18, they were still responsible with their bodies to the point of respecting its sacred, its sanctity, its what's she chaste, to be chaste. That's what we would want. We would want chaste. We would want that. But nigga don't live in that motherfucking world where they turn 18 and 19 and they're still just gonna. And if they are, they on that motherfucker O'Shea Duke's channel, nigga, with the manosphere. The expectation is not that relationships don't happen. The expectation would still be at some point you're able to have a healthy, a loving, endearing relationship. And the hope would be that, you know, you get your healthy and your loving and your endearing relationship and you're responsible and it doesn't become something that throws you so far off your purpose that your potentiality isn't reached. That you find someone that you compliment, that you find somebody that in you complimenting them, they are better able to be vulnerable with you. And in them complimenting you, you're now able to be vulnerable to establish this trust everybody's looking for. How you trust the motherfucker you've never had a static with? How do you trust somebody that you've never had conflict with? How do you trust somebody that you've never had to actually trust? All you had to do is believe. Trust is harder than belief, nigga, for me, nigga. If there was such a thing, we could debate that. Is it harder to trust than believe? Nigga, are they different? Can I trust them? Yeah, nigga, I trust you, but I don't really believe you. Or is it, yeah, I believe you, and I still don't trust your ass, nigga. Them shits might be separate, but we'll debate that paradigm a little bit later. Maybe it was just a little Freudian slip or something, but take it light, because we ain't done yet. We ain't done yet because we still got work to do. I oughta rewind that whole shit. I oughta rewind that whole shit. Nobody laughed at nothing, nigga. I thought that shit was dope as fuck. Maybe it's because I got way too dark of humor. Motherfuckers didn't catch that shit, but nigga, that shit was dope as fuck, nigga. Nigga, I trust that nigga, but I still don't believe that motherfucker, nigga. Do you divest? I'm gonna ask you motherfuckers this one more time. Are the B1 network supporters of young adults divesting? My answer is unequivocally yes. Well, how do you come to this conclusion? I mean, well, we're gonna have to debate whether or not trust and believe are separate things, because I could trust the nigga, and I don't believe that nigga for shit. Like, nigga, you can trust that nigga with your life. High speed getaway. Boom. That nigga's the driver. Nigga, that nigga got one hand on the wheel. Nigga, one hand on the blunt. Nigga, like, you don't even see how this nigga changing gears. Like, nigga, did you even signal right there? Nigga, just boom. Nigga, you like, God damn, I know I wanted to get to the yay area, nigga, but I didn't think I needed to be there right now. That nigga, boom. Nigga, y'all in the car riding together. This motherfucker just... Nigga, you like, nigga, don't say shit, because if this nigga's talking and smoking and driving, nigga, this shit is, nigga, I trust that nigga, but I don't believe this shit. Nigga, you ain't never had one of them goddamn sitting in the passenger seats, nigga, one of them moments where it's like, oh god damn, like you feel a motherfucking accident finna come, nigga. You just like, God, it wasn't paranoia. It's not that you came into the situation with a preconceived notion that you was just gonna run into the back of somebody's car. It's not that you was like, oh shit, we finna sideswipe. It's not something built in and ingrained like paranoia or mental health issue. It's not a disability. It's not schizophrenia that now that you're in the car, nigga, now it's like, okay, there's going to be an accident. No, it's something that you consider, but it's not something, nigga, but you and this motherfucker like, oh goddamn. And you ever had that motherfucking fear right there? I would say absolutely yes. Young black girls, you should never have to experience that with somebody who's trying to get to know you or just meeting you. And if you've had that experience and grown up to be a young adult looking to date, now we know the numbers. We know the numbers that of the likelihood that those girls who've experienced that fear of damn near wrecking in a car in their stomach at just a conversation with a nigga, they're gonna need something tougher once they turn a little bit 18, 19, more vulnerable. And that nigga that was whipping that shit, I trust that nigga, trust that nigga to death, to this day, nigga. If I ever need to get somewhere fast, nigga, I got 5 miles to run, nigga. I'm running to that nigga house, nigga. That nigga. I got 5 miles to run, nigga. I'm running to that nigga house, not the church. Nigga, and if I gotta run to that nigga house because I done did some shit that either my wife had to, nigga, or the nigga across the bridge had to, because I'm standing ground, nigga, and I don't got that nigga who I can run and he can get me up the street another stretch of the way, nigga, then whatever stretch then he was gonna be able to cover with me along this dangerous highway or byway, nigga, I now got to do that shit alone unless I have a network. And even when I have a network, got to be able to get there. And that's when you're driving and shit, nigga, like, nigga, I just got to be able to get there, nigga. Like, nigga, how do you predict that at some point in your life, you're going to have to know how to drive 79 miles per hour over the speed limit, nigga? We in the motherfuckers at schools, just with, nigga, you just went by that motherfucking school, zoom, nigga, they had to put the speed bumps up, nigga. Remember them? Nigga like, oh, this nigga finna make this left. This nigga finna make this left. Nigga, the left was hard. Nigga, the left is hard. Nigga, you finna, yeah, because you know that's finna put you right at danger side, nigga. You know when they make that left, nigga, and you in the passenger side, that's finna put you right at the danger side. And you're like, oh, shit, we finna make this left. We finna make this left. And here's another part of that road trip. You get to that point where it's like, we're not going to make it. I think if you've ever felt that in dealing with a human, not just with death, but you felt that immense level of fear in general, and you know what that feeling is like, then you should also support or be a supporter of or acknowledge, we gotta leave these niggas alone. Fuck them niggas that act like. Fuck the nigga that ran. Fuck the coward nigga. Fuck the nigga that ran, nigga. Fuck the nigga that ran from the responsibilities and the nigga that drank himself to death to act like it wasn't an issue in the first place. With the exception of the nigga who stood there and got beat the hell on, and we don't know whether or not he went to the church because of violence beforehand, but we know at the end of his life, he became a nigga that preached about it. The woman who would not have survived in the custody of the patriarch, which is my mother, would not have survived in the custody of the patriarch, but whose community gave her care and gave her love, gave her strength, gave her a sense of maternity. I don't know how can a community give you a sense of maternity? Like in the hood, we got big mamas, we got aunties. All of these kids is our kids feeling. I don't know. We may have to debate that. Is it safe for the woman? Is it safe for big mama to be big mama? Like the roles that, see, I be going on tangents and shit, but the roles that black women play in the lives of people they are not fucking obligated to. Say it like that. And the roles that they play in the lives of people they're not fucking obligated to. Nobody got to say hello to you, but maybe you were raised under that a little bit, hand tied back behind. Your hands are tied, nigga. You can't help it. You see somebody black, you finna give them at least a head nod. Nigga, it don't matter. You finna give them at least a once over, and you gonna look at least one time, nigga, to see if at some point, at you, nigga, 1 point, nigga, of one point of receptivity, nigga, and it's a baby spark. And if that motherfucker don't give you at least a baby spark, just, all right. And I would rather see young black women grow up to where they don't even get a spark when it comes to a nigga no more. Yeah. I would, son and daughter, son's older, daughter. Look, I believe that some of these little niggas gonna be good, nigga. If 80% of these niggas is absolute trash and gone already, and now she got to deal with the 20 to see if any of those 20 remaining could be a good fit for her. I believe it. But my message would always be to her, don't trust these niggas. Because what the fuck would have made that nigga get so good driving 75 miles per hour over the speed limit in the first place? How do you is that just like a natural instinct? Is the skill to swerve in and out of traffic, nigga, and to take the breath away from the nigga in the passenger seat, nigga, it was that close. Is that an acquired skill? Or is that something that you inherently come with, you know, biologically, my natural instinct to survive is going to make me drive better? No, motherfucker, it don't. Biologically, my natural instinct to survive will make me hit harder. No, motherfucker, it won't. Well, there's those people who, in a state of emergency, have been able to pick up cars. Well, take your ass outside and pick up that car then. Salute, Kevin Brown. Thanks for rocking, man. We still here. Take your ass outside and see if you can pick up that car. But how the fuck did a nigga get good at driving 95 miles per hour anyway? Obviously, I didn't live that nigga life. For him to no longer get a spark of fear or have 100%, now he has 100% confidence. If y'all see weirdos in the chat, light them up. I don't know them niggas because my shit, I don't even be carrying it. Hey, that's what y'all got wrenches for. Light them up. Thank you. Because I don't see nobody, which means somebody must have lit them up already so they don't become a distraction. I appreciate you. The same way a nigga can live a life to where he develops no fear spark is the same way I would want her to have no sense of, I want to, where's the nigga at spark. I want both of them motherfuckers to be cut off. I know his is that direction where niggas can be so fucking callous and cold that they will drink the rest of your fucking apple juice. And they know they did it. And you ask that motherfucker who drank my apple juice, that motherfucker know he drank the motherfucking apple juice, and that motherfucker will still sit there and look you up. Now, this motherfucker can drive his ass off, but he can't lie worth a damn. So the nigga don't even try no more. The nigga just put his head down and shit. Type nigga. Nigga, you look over there type nigga. Nigga, you know goddamn well you drank my motherfucking apple juice, nigga. You know you drank the apple juice. That nigga. He can drive his ass off, but he can't lie. So now I gotta teach my daughter a million ways to predict if a motherfucker lying. Like, nigga, watch his eye wiggle, baby. Watch his eye wiggle. If that nigga's lying, his nose is gonna flare. If that nigga's lying, nigga, just watch this. Watch how he moves. Watch his body language. It'll tell you all the time. If that nigga lying, baby, I hope you got one of them female intuitions that can read them red flags. Baby, I hope you're intelligent enough to ask that nigga more than one question. What up, though, twin man 35, nigga? What would I tell my daughter? I would hope that I would prefer her to develop no spark at all. Nigga, fuck them niggas means absolutely fuck them niggas. The same way that I understand that there's a nigga out there with zero callous or fear when it comes to driving. Niggas gonna stop playing with me, nigga. I could damn near do one for you. I got you. Where's it at? I'd have been here running my motherfucking mouth on Saturday. Nigga, I'm just not the type to be called out. I'm not the. You say, Brother Moses got a stream. He coming. We got some motherfucking some content to pull together. You know, I'm dropping them on the Patreon. Not me, but founder to B1 Network Tax Exclusives, dropping new information always every week, almost every day. Sometimes you can go back in there and find one of those old Patreons. So like he'll drop one. And that's really the reminder that there was one that you should be watching. I mean, and you'll see the titles if you missed them. What happens if it goes live here and then he takes it off of the live stream, while people may not have continued access to it, it does get archived. That way he is still able to retain it and have that conversation and bring it out later. Things that you'll find most consistent with the B1 network is the consistency, that the message is still the same. Man, fuck them niggas. The life is on the line. You're going to have to make a decision. And the life being on the line, it's not about what I would want somebody to do. It's what I hope is already in them. Her life on the line, do we divest? I say her life is more important, nigga. It is. Her life is more important. If she gets that feeling of fear, like she's in the passenger seat and the driver's on some crazy, spooky, I can't trust this nigga shit, or that he's developed a sense where he's so in control that he's super fucking driver nigga, he can't fucking wreck. He's reckless. He's acting now reckless. That's what they call it. Reckless. The nigga is reckless with his lifestyle. The nigga, she's there because she wants to be what she wants to be, and she's fully capable of being who she wants to be. But nigga, boom, these niggas is just out for a friendly fucking drive. And now this motherfucker who just so happens to be Tyrone from Crenshaw can motherfucking drive better than a motherfucker, but he smokes a lot. And he's 6'4", 218 pounds. You probably gonna give your kids them good genes. Kids could come out to be tall and strong black men. He's nice to you, treats you good, and he never disrespects you. He never put his hands on you. He never once has he put you in a position where you felt anything less than a woman. You've never been his girlfriend. You've only been his woman. He wouldn't let you be a girlfriend. And now she got this nigga behind the wheel who has zero fear. And she in the passenger seat? Fuck that. If she gets that type of energy spark, that connection, if her mitochondrial DNA tells her at any time she is not safe, that she feels like that her protection is not of value to him, that her being safe or being protected, that it's not his responsibility to be her protector, that as long as he can keep the danger close on his side, they should be all right. No, fuck you. I've heard that shit before. Nigga look over, nigga, shit, nigga, you over there tripping and shit, nigga. I ain't gonna hit shit, nigga. Nigga, I keep the danger on my side anyway, nigga. You see, I'm hugging the line on, nigga. I don't want to hear none of that shit, because eventually the shit turns. I'm gonna leave it up to the chat. Which direction does shit turn? I said it, and that's where this 30 minutes has gone towards. The shit ends up turning at some point. The shit, it does this. Somebody been rocking with me. B1 Brother Moses, let me know if somebody has been rocking with me for the last 30 minutes. At some point, the shit, when you're dealing with people's sex drive, or you're dealing with being behind somebody else's control of the wheel, however you want to use this analogy, your life is in someone else's literal hands. They are they have control of the steering wheel. That's where your life is at that moment of time. And you're making the decision whether or not you're safe. And you're being observant, looking at the environment around you. Just flew by a school. I'm trying to walk y'all backwards so y'all can answer this question. At some point, they don't have to do this. And the whole car, nigga, the whole relationship, the whole situationship is going to turn. Which direction? Which direction is the relationship going to turn? I said it at least once. At some point, that relationship is going to turn. And the problem is when the relationship turns that direction is because it puts you in the danger side if you're the one on the passenger wheel. I mean, on the passenger side, excuse me. It's going to go left, nigga. This shit gonna go left. I don't like being in the manosphere spaces, nigga, because that shit is gonna go left every time. I don't like talking to them niggas because it's gonna go left every time. I don't like we can't have fellowship. I don't like them niggas in my algorithm. If I'm on my motherfucking Facebook slide and I'm sliding down and I see a comment from anybody who I know has a red pill type attitude, nigga, that shit be heating me up, nigga. I know it's gonna be some bullshit because it's that same bullshit because, nigga, I'm about that action and drama and shit too. I'ma stop. Nigga, once I stop, nigga, I'ma read it and then I'm gonna read it again. And then I'm not just gonna stop right there. I'm gonna hit the little comments buttons and view more comments. And once I start viewing them comments and shit, of course I'm finna start reading at least a couple of these motherfuckers. And for the next fucking 45 minutes, I'm gonna be hot. This shit gonna go left, nigga. One fucking comment. And if you ain't damn near at the damn near beat a nigga up, nigga, like damn near get on the motherfucking nigga, you in Ohio and the nigga that says some shit on network, nigga. Some nigga that says some shit, nigga, you like, and I can find this nigga too. And I can find this nigga right now. I can get there, nigga. I can hit my homeboy, nigga. I can walk damn near to where this nigga at, nigga. I can get in this motherfucking car right now, nigga. I got a homeboy that's a getaway driver. Everything will be in that motherfucker fast. This nigga talking some shit on the internet, knowing he lived like 5 miles up the road, nigga. Nigga, it's shit that was said about the B1 network, nigga, that, nigga, I don't know how they're still alive, nigga. It would have been easy for the shit to go way left. And you're not talking to, nigga, like opening up that refrigerator, nigga, y'all niggas should have been crying when that shit was, y'all see this body bag coming, man. It's a body bag session. Shit that's been said about the B1 network because at one point in time, nigga, when we were moving from Facebook into YouTube and we were showing that the business model works, who are your friends? Share with your friends, man. Bring them on into the community, man. We're not gonna get along and shit. I don't expect you to get along, but I do expect you to help us drive this black algorithm when it comes to black media. You got a part to do, nigga, like and share. You may only got 8 minutes. Somebody only got 4 minutes. Somebody got 10 minutes. Other motherfuckers can rock with you all day, nigga. B1 Brother Moses, I am. Senior partner of the B1 Network, founded by Taz Exclusives, Nyla Says, Nyla's Vibes. And at one point in time, so many people would say that it was creating a bit of a natural trigger. It was pulling itself into the Google or into the analytics itself. So many people were using it as a word, like a trending topic, those names, that it kind of resonated. It took me about 8 times when I finally went up and had the conversation with him. We had that African debate. After that, I had to start increasing support, because if nobody else, when you look in that refrigerator, nigga, the refrigerator is now the family, nigga. Fridge gate, nigga. You look in the fridge, nigga, that done drank the apple juice, nigga. You done damn near had your teardrop, nigga. You damn near cried because you were the one who paid for that apple. You put that motherfucker in there. You damn near cried because of the sensation that it gave you just knowing that that motherfucker was in there and ready. It damn near cried because the motherfucker who you could ask about that motherfucker being in the refrigerator could look you straight in your face and lie to you right in your face now, nigga, with no motherfucking problem. And that's just what you got to live with in your life. You damn near cried because there are some things that should have been in you while you were growing up that just weren't there. They just weren't, nigga. And you didn't even know that you should have felt a certain way about them until you got to the age where you're at right now, deciding that, yeah, divestment is going to help save my life, along with, you know, the diet, and I'm gonna save some money. I know, I'm gonna do these little exercises, then I'm gonna throw some little money away, a little bit more this year than last year. Nigga, my divestment resolution, I'll call it that, nigga, my divestment resolution. But I've already started to, and that's what 2021 did. I've already started to acknowledge that here are some of the things in my life, nigga, that, nigga, these shits ain't finna be here. I don't fuck with that, nigga, I don't fuck with that, nigga, I don't fuck with that, nigga, I don't fuck with that, nigga. And they asked me about my granddad, I'm gonna tell you, I don't fuck with that nigga over there. I don't fuck with that nigga. That nigga wasn't shit. That nigga, that was the nigga over there. Nigga, I never met him, never had a mumbling word. I would have loved to have been able to have that conversation. And so it's not envy or resentment, but that man was actually able to benefit from that passing down from his grandmother. And so if you would have thought that I would have said we connected because we both had dads, nigga, you're an asshole. Nigga, you just don't get it. You're still only partially divesting, and I understand that. Why you think I would have connected with a nigga because we both niggas. Nah, niggas go at niggas. Nigga, fuck you mean, nigga. We get static every once in a while, nigga. Men do what men do. Every once in a while, nigga, it may not have been grandma. It may have been one of my granddad's brothers had the nigga hard like this, hard, nigga. Hard. Another analogy of hard, nigga. I'm gonna give you another analogy of hard, nigga, right now. Nigga. Some people think this is just a little another dumb nigga doing dumb shit. But that little nigga that it's damn near 8 of these niggas walking out of that motherfucker. Like 8, nigga. And he's sizing them up still. That nigga looking at them niggas like, okay. And that nigga ain't broke. He ain't folded. He ain't took not near step back. His breath hasn't changed, nigga. He has zero fear in the face of that danger. He looking at them niggas like this. And so the woman standing next to that nigga as he stands there, and it's 8 niggas that then walked out. And he's still standing there holding fort, nigga. That's what niggas is. That's what nigga, and all 8 of them niggas better walk the fuck off. Cause nigga gotta pray in a moment of conflict. I swear for God, I pray one of these niggas would touch me right now. And grandma was the one who had that because they didn't even see the misdirection. They thought the strength was in the man, but the strength was in the mitochondrial DNA. And that's what we connect on, nigga. My grandmother was my teacher. Fuck you mean? That nigga over there was just that nigga over there. He got the benefit from a grandmother who was in the teaching space, and his benefit, his blessing that he was able to roll over was that, nigga, you get tired of hearing niggas talk about the same shit they would have been talking about when they were 13 and 14 years old. You get tired of hearing niggas talk about the same shit that we would expect a nigga that was 18 to 24 to talk about. We may even reconcile if a nigga turned 26 and he still ain't figured it out yet. But by the time he's 30, we talking to them niggas different. It's not just an expectation. We talk to them niggas different. And if you try to tell a nigga that I'm different or I'm wrong because I talk to the nigga the way that he need to be talked to and the nigga 30, then you coddling the nigga and you just not divested yet. And you a nigga that would coddle a nigga that's 30 that still makes black women fear like they are on the passenger side of a car doing 95 miles on the freeway, switching lanes, and his reckless ass is smoking and switching lanes like he's used to it. But she don't got the right to feel afraid. Fuck you, divest. You don't fucking know my story. And I'm supposed to entrust my baby into the hands of that nigga. And she's supposed to accept that at some point in life it's going to be a black man. Now I know they say, well, that could happen with any man that she's with. It doesn't matter what the race is. Fuck these niggas, man. Let's have that conversation someday, but not today, because these niggas gonna get this work. And so I could have taken a couple of ways, because the B1 network, open policy. Nigga, if you got problems, nigga, come up. If you don't got problems, come up. If you agree, come up. If you disagree, we definitely expect you to come up, nigga. Bring your ass on up here and have this conversation. That's what I learned. It wasn't just about the can't help it that I have to acknowledge and speak to people. But if I've wronged somebody, I want them to be strong enough to tell me, brother, you've wronged me. That's an expectation. I want them to not even have to say it that way. You don't got to coddle my sensitivities like, nah, nigga, you being disrespectful as fuck right now. Would prefer to have a nigga in their full authenticity. That's what I'm saying. I would prefer to experience life with people and what their thoughts are, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? From a lens where I can relate. And I just relate from a different perspective than motherfuckers who still struggle with. And she won't let me as their primary problem. Nigga, y'all don't fucking hear me, so I'm finna fucking take us. Goddamn, you turn this camera off. Fuck y'all, nigga. I got 3 fire signs this whole motherfucking hour and 41, nigga. Kiss my ass. I'm B1 Brother Moses. I don't play that shit, man. Y'all got me working. This motherfucker woke me up saying, nigga, Brother Moses got it. I'm out. Nigga, motherfucker think I won't take the mic, nigga. I ain't got shit to do. I was just gonna go play Top Golf. Hey, Lonzo, nigga, Lonzo Hall, what's good with it? An all-star advisor, man. Salute, what's good with it?
What's going on, boss?
Man, you see me? I'm just chilling like a motherfucker yelling at my computer screen.
No doubt.
Like,
So
wait.
I wanted to speak to the lineage thing.
All right, I'm gonna go on mute. Go right ahead. You got it.
All right. So in terms of the lineage, you were speaking about, the grandfather passing down things in terms of assets or knowledge or anything, skills and abilities, etc. So I'd like to tell a brief story about myself. 2008, 3 days before Mother's Day, I got shot 5 times in front of my mother in a Trey Foe. That's Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Fast forward today, I've been selling life insurance for the past decade.
My condolences.
I'm still alive.
And thank you for giving us that, because we know that good energy is somewhere. We need our babies to benefit from it. Let that energy go. What is her name?
My mother? Oh, her name is Gail, but I'm the one who got shot.
And you got shot? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, no,
all right,
my mother's alive, yeah.
Sorry, but if it's still pain there, you might want to stop right there, because I am a nigga that laughs at several degrees of shit, like getting shot. If it was like, they shot you in the ass, nigga, I could laugh like a motherfucker. So, are you good with your story right now? Able to share your story?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. You got the mic. The nigga, did he die? Nigga, I wanted him. Sorry, go ahead, man. Let me stop, man. Go ahead.
So, but anyway, fast forward today, I've been selling life insurance for the past decade, and there's so many things that it can help us with. There's actually a Yahoo Finance article that states Black people buy more life insurance than white people because we believe in the power of passing down assets. The issue that's stated in this article is that black people purchase life insurance incorrectly. What do they mean by that? The average income in America is about $50,000, right? So most black people will get 50, maybe 100, maybe even $250,000 worth of life insurance. Now, the average funeral is between 7,500 and $21,000. All right. But with these small policies, it's not enough to replace the income that happens when a person dies. Because two things happen when a person dies: their presence and their income goes away. So things like if it's a stay-at-home mom and she dies, well, now the dad has to take over those responsibilities. But he's used to just getting up at 7:30 and going to work. Whereas now that the mother's gone, he got to get up at 5 o'clock to get the kids up, get them washed up, etc., etc. So moving forward, white people generally buy, what is it, 3 to 10 times their annual income, right? So what that does is, if it's 10 times your annual income, right, and you make $50,000 a year, that's 500,000. The average you should actually be doing is 20 years your income, right? So that should be, if you make $50,000 a year, you should have on average at least $1 million worth of life insurance. So you leave 20 years of your lifestyle. The idea of life insurance is to identify and protect your lifestyle. People think of it as a big check when you die, but there's also things like living benefits that you can use it for while you're alive. Um, but back to passing down lineage, like the grandfathers, black folks, we can even do like, the Jewish people do in Brooklyn, right? In Flatbush, right? What do? All of them come together. It's 18 of them. They all put money in on a policy on the grandmother. It's a $5 million policy. That's how they gentrified Brooklyn. Because now all 18 of them get, you know, $750,000 or whatever the math is. It's arbitrary numbers, but you get the idea. So, there's that's one way that we can add to generational wealth. A huge way we look at it, yeah, is real estate. But if you notice, everybody's doing fix and flip on things like tax liens and foreclosures, because people, when they die, they don't have an insurance policy that covers the mortgage. So they leave the mortgage payment to their heirs, not the house. And most people, within the first 10 years of owning a house, refinance. So they restart a 30-year loan. The average home buyer in America is 52 years old. So that's a 30-year mortgage. It's a financial commitment till you're 80. And then 10 years later, when you're 62, you're going to restart it. And think that along that way, if you die, you're going to leave this house to your family, which is true. But they also have that financial obligation of the mortgage. So the wealthy actually get at least 7 policies on one life. Another thing we can look at when we're looking, especially as men, black men, what we need to do is crack the door open and look at the entirety of the room.
Give me one moment right there. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So when I say that, things like planning for our future are things that we need to do, right? So, prime example, godparents, right? In black community, we all, my cousin who always, shop at Macy's is gonna be my godparent because he's gonna get us a good gift. That's not what it's about. What it's about is you're saying, in the event that I become incapacitated or die, I'm entrusting you to take care of my children. Boom, one reason for life insurance, because I may need a term policy to cover for 20 years if I die until my kid turns from when they're born and they're my baby's godparent till they're 20. So I'll give you an example of that. 2012, when my godson was born. At his baby shower, his father's best friend got him a real ill gift. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm saying he got him some baby Jordans. But I went over and I was like, oh, word. Well, I just got him $30,000. How did I do that? I bought him a life insurance policy for $9.10 a month. That could be 2 life insurance policies on one life. Look at things like putting together a retirement account. That's why you have a cash value life policy. Right? And those types of things can actually create an estate if you don't leave a beneficiary, but they also have a separate account that's built on the bond market, which is where cash value life insurance gets its cash value accumulation from. Also, life insurance has been paying dividends since the 1800s every year. That's something called a participating policy. I'll talk about that later. Follow my page. It's literally my name while I'm at it. And any questions or anything, bro?
Hey, Lonzo, nigga, Hall, all-star advisor, man. I appreciate that shit. You know, one thing for 2022 that I had considered was $100 a month in discretional income. I mean, that I have over. Right now, I do a lot of Patreons. I do like YouTube. I join channels that I make sure that I'm getting at least $5 to, whatever it might be. I think Cynthia G's is like $5. So I make sure that I send $5 every month so that her media platform continues. To go beyond that, though, I want to incorporate, I want to, like Ford. I saw that stock when it was $5. Like after the bank bailed them out and all of that, it was $5. And now it's like $15. So what I want to make a habit of is buying one more stock every month too at that same $15. So how do I break up that $100 to make sure I'm getting the biggest bang for my buck? I'm gonna call my parents and I'm gonna ask them, what does that life insurance look like? So this is number 2, investing in myself, investing in my children, and investing in my family. What does their policy actually look like? Because both of them are still alive and I can call them and ask them. I'm pretty sure they'll tell me. I mean, if it's private information, it's like, I'm not asking for your whole medical history, Pop. I just need to know, nigga, what that life insurance policy hitting like. And if it's not over $1 million, then I'm wasting my time. So I got to have that conversation with him and we got to find out, strategize somehow, how much do we need to pay a month to get that policy up to $1 million? And then have that same conversation with my mom, because they're 2 separate people. And my mom might got $1 million on my dad. My dad, on the other hand, might not have no $1 million on my mom. You feel me? And so just by having that conversation, I think we've done a great service for 3 people. Because $1 million might not be a lot, but it's a good help for at least one of these little motherfuckers we got in our family coming up. Maybe a little cousin who qualifies to go to Princeton or Yale. Something could be of a benefit in the next generation with just that conversation. And then the discipline to actually put that little $15, $25, $100 to that same cause. I got my shit on auto pay to make sure the YouTubers that I support get they shit on time. Like clockwork. They should have something consistent. If I'm the last nigga that sends the $5 consistently, they should know that when that check dropped, it got at least a B1 Brother Moses $5 on it and get you a soup and a sandwich, nigga. So that's the other one. Not only did you help me walk through what my next 3 investments will be for myself personally, but also to share that $5 is enough to support a YouTuber, a black media content creator, but it's also a way for you to, I mean, shit, my little $5, I thought that shit was shit. Back in let me tell you this, Lonzo. $5 used to mean something. Right now, you put a 20 on the table. I mean, and not to mention that we're moving more towards a cashless society, but if you put a 20 on that counter, man, you might get $5 back. You might not even get a $5 bill sometimes back.
And so, just with the way the economy is going, I think it's going to be better for us to start, making little sacrifices like that, man. Look at $5 is different, nigga. This $5 right here, what it meant to me was a gem, nigga. And so, with that, I got to bring on one more person, bro. And that is King Shadar. What's good? What's
good, bro? Peace, peace, peace. I'm talking about money. Hold on, can you hear me?
Yeah, at first I was echoing a bit, so I turned myself down. Nope, still echoing, nigga.
Yeah, I gotta hop back in. Hold on.
Damn, I should have just did what I wanted to do in the first place. I wanted to say, hey, shut up, bro, and then kick him off hella fast. I was so tempted to say, hey, shut up, bro, and just kick his ass right off. That's an inside joke for the B1 Network. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about there, man. All right, I done muddied up the tape a little bit, bro. You said that there was something that you were going to get back to, participatory.
Yeah, participating. So that's a policy that pays a dividend.
You got it, bro.
Some companies still do that. A lot don't. As of the turn of January 1, with IRC 7702, which is Internal Revenue Code 7702. It's not a brand new thing. It's been around for a while, but politicians need some shit to talk about, so they do.
Damn right about that. I mean, and they got to give us something to at least talk about every once in a while. Like, fuck, like, what is the Congressional Black Caucus doing? Like, it seemed like they don't make headlines. Like, the last major headline seemed like it was that when they had them motherfucking white people put on them dashikis and shit. That shit was telling. They must have hit him with that King Shinar voodoo, had on Nancy Pelosi and the dashiki and shit. I said, fuck these niggas doing, man.
What up? Peace. Yeah, y'all talking about money?
Yeah.
I just hopped in, my bad. Yeah, so y'all was talking about insurance or something like that?
Yeah.
Or investments. So my take on that, the best investment you can ever make is in ETFs. SPY specifically. That's where the money is at. I know a lot of people like to play crypto. They like to get, start investing in insurance policies, whether it's life insurance, IULs, or whatever that shit is. It's not my thing. You know me. Right? So, yeah. So, let me ask you this, Moses. Do you invest?
It sounds like you back there shuffling money right now. God damn, that's motherfucking King Shenard in this motherfucker who I call Shouty and that nigga came in. Hey, don't it sound like that nigga back there flipping through hell? Them crisp too. Them crisp 50s I hear being shuffled in the background, man. Hey, we going towards a digital economy. You don't gotta get the crisp 50s from the bank no more, bro. It work. This like niggas don't believe in cards or something. Nigga, I believe in the card, nigga. I got.
Do you believe in
plastic card, nigga, that I shop with, nigga? And of course, I believe in investment. I've been investing for a while, man. I'm a grown.
I know you do. That was a rhetorical question, bro. I know you do. Do you believe in
like
crypto?
You was waiting for an actual answer. Shit. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna mute up.
No. Do you believe in?
Hey, Shenard, if you back there shuffling, if my hustler bone is going off in the back, like women have intuition, I can hear hustle from a mile away, nigga. Damn near 5 miles up the street, nigga. It sound like, nigga, what the fuck is an ETF, nigga? It sound like something I should be listening to. I'm gonna mute up.
An ETF is an exchange traded fund. It's like an index fund. It basically is an index fund. So basically, take a couple of stocks. You say, okay, this stock is weighted at a certain amount of percentage. The next stock is weighted at a certain percentage, and yeah, it's basically a collection of stocks in a basket. Put it like that. So, like, let's say, for example, the S&P 500. That's an index of the top 500 companies in the U.S. You have ETFs like TQQ, which is the top. I forgot the amount, but it's the top amount of. It's a certain amount of companies in the Nasdaq 100. You have ETFs like Um, I said TQQ. I meant QQQ. TQQ is a leveraged. It's a 3x leveraged ETF on QQQ. SQQ is a 3x leveraged short ETF on TQQ. So yeah, that's what. There's plenty of ETFs out there. There's
So
ETFs
how long you been
for
investing?
since 2018. I've been playing.
So
No,
you're not yet
2018.
accredited?
I've been playing options. I started
No.
day
Are you
trading.
accredited?
Started day trading Bitcoin when it was
Do you
like
know what
in.
accredited is?
So what?
I said, are you accredited?
What do you mean?
Are you an accredited investor?
No. You mean if I'm a professional? Like if I work for like an investment?
No, I mean if you're an accredited investor. So an accredited investor is one who has a net worth of $1 million or more, excluding real estate, or has made at least 200. I believe this year it's $200,000 a year for the prior 3 years, and expected to make so the following year. Or if you're married, 300,000.
Right.
What
I wouldn't
happens
say that.
is,
I wouldn't say if I was or not. I thought you
well,
meant
why
like if
not?
I was like accredited as far as like working for an investment bank or some shit.
No. So as an accredited investor, you probably would want to say that, because that changes the ability in with which something called your risk tolerance is. So
Right. Oh yeah. The
most,
more money you have, the more. Right. Go ahead.
well, no, it's not about having more money. A lot of people with a lot of money are risk averse. So I don't want to diminish what you're saying. I'm just trying to get a perspective of it.
Right. Right. Yeah. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna say if I am or not. I thought you meant something else. But as far as like you said, risk aversion. It's all about. That's all the stock market is. It's about taking the right risk. If you wanna if you wanna make slow money, you can make slow money. If you wanna make fast money, you can make fast money. If you wanna make money somewhere in between that range, you can do that. But the type of investor I am, I day trade. I play options daily. Um, I'm all about following not only just the charts but the news. A lot of people follow charts only. Those people are stupid. But it's all really psychology. It's all about predicting movements. You got to be clairvoyant. You got to know what you're doing. But what do you think about cryptocurrencies?
Personally, I don't. However, I think it's interesting because it does seem like it's kind of the new wave, but it also looks, it has no intrinsic value.
Exactly. I agree with you. And a lot of people are pushing this shit on our community, bro. You know what I mean? Anytime I hear someone say, "Oh, invest in crypto is this and that," it's not. It's a gamble. It's gambling. But some people will say the same shit about option trading. They will say that's gambling. But really,
So
option
you a
traders
contract
move.
killer.
You said
So you a contract killer.
I'm a contract. Yeah, it's basically option traders remove the market. We help businesses make money, and we help the other investors that hold the stocks. We basically push the market in either direction, call or put. Um, yeah, I mean, I hopped in. I just as soon as I hopped on the stream. I didn't know what y'all was talking about, but I heard something. I heard investment, so that's why I hopped in.
That's
If I
okay.
block argumently, I'll try to talk about money, but those clowns over there they want to keep cooking themselves, so let them cook themselves.
So now I was just talking about, ways we can pass down generational wealth. Like, man, I've seen so many instances. I remember when I was doing real estate in 2013, um, and this property on East 98th in Brooklyn in the 9 ounce, um, was foreclosed. And when I found the next of kin, which was her son, um, he was living in Atlanta with his wife and 2 kids. So she left him a mortgage basically because the house was in foreclosure. I was like, listen, what I can do is get these, Jewish guys to buy this house from you off the deed or whatever. Um, but had the mother simply had, you know, even $250,000 of life insurance, rather something's better than having nothing, right? Uh,
Right.
that would have helped. And real quick, when people ask, right, because this is one thing that I get asked about a lot, besides the most common, what's the difference between whole life and term? Which there's a bunch of differences. I'll get to that eventually. But how much is a life insurance policy? Let's say somebody says, well, how much is $100,000 worth of life insurance? And then they'll say, well, what's the average? You really can't say that because I can show you a $10 million policy that is $500 a month, and I can show you a $10 million policy that's $36,000 a month, and something everywhere in between. Right? It's just like asking, well, how much is a Benz? Right? So if I go to the Benz dealership and I say, how much is a Mercedes Benz? Well, they're going to say, would you like the A class that starts at 34,000? I'm sorry, 29,000 or something. Right? Or would you like the C class that starts at 46,000? Or maybe the E class that's at 66,000? Or maybe you want the S class that starts at 97K. Right? Each one is a little bit different. So all policies aren't created the same. Right?
Right.
And then even in between that, there's bells and whistles with that. Do I get the S class or do I get the AMG? Right?
I can get the AMG.
So, you know, it's
Or the
like
E
Kareem
class.
in the Skyhook. Exactly.
But I
But
wouldn't even. I don't even. As far as like. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going.
I thought you were gonna ask a question.
Yeah, when two smart motherfuckers come on the panel, I shut the fuck up and let y'all talk money. Maybe I hear something on right now or I hear something later, but shit, I let y'all talk. Dude, fuck that. I ain't gonna act like I know everything that y'all talking about, like the QQQR and it being something of a something else. That shit goes way over my head. I'm not an investor like that. Or like when you say day trading, I don't know what that actually entails. Are you telling me that this is like a service you provide or just a knowledge base or this is your job? Like that's a hustle. But I know my this motherfucker can hustle. Radar went off, nigga. I know I said I need to shut up and listen. He might say something, nigga. You say it a lot
No, it's
slower,
not.
and I
It's not
benefit
a.
from it. Go ahead.
It's not a. I mean, I don't hustle off of other people, bro. It's not a hustle for me. It's just. It's actually. It's fun for me. It's fun to me. As far as like day trading, that's something that shit. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep doing this. I've been day trading Bitcoin since when it was in like before it was even topped 100. But yeah, day trading basically. On some brokerages you have to have at least 20K, but there's some other brokerages where you don't even have to have 20K in your account. You can day trade just by using a cash account. You're talking like through like a self-directed investment type of thing with like Chase or Ally Bank or I think Tastyworks does it. So yeah, basically all I'm trying to say it's not hard for anyone to invest. It's not even the QQQ, TQQ. It's not hard for anybody to learn what those things are.
I
Or
know
it's
you
not hard
didn't
for
mention that Nair bank I use. Fuck, I was listening too. Like I was like,
Well,
which one does he use? Maybe that shit's because I don't have that shit on my phone yet. I have banking on my phone, but I don't have
you
like
can sign
Bitcoin.
up. You can sign up for a self-directed investment account with Chase in like 5 minutes right now, and it'll be active. Be all set to invest on shit Monday.
So you
As
recommend? It
far as
sounds
getting
like
approved for,
no, you didn't say anything highly of Chase, but you said their name twice. Why did you say
it's
them?
nothing. It doesn't matter which bank you use, really. I mean,
But why'd you
I'm
say
just saying
Chase?
that no, because I have a Chase account.
Oh, okay, all right.
Um,
Just asking me.
yeah,
Chase
so
is
I'm
also
asking
good
you.
for business accounts. You know how Bernie Madoff pulled off his scheme, right? He had a holding account with Chase Bank,
Right.
but
Yeah,
Chase is
that's
a good
something
bank
else.
for business accounts. So I'm assuming that's why you have it.
I mean, I have Chase, I have Ally,
Allied's good too.
I have
Allied, I
Webull.
think B1 Bro is a place you could get an account. Everybody could get that online.
And Fidelity. Fidelity is also a good
Fidelity is
one.
good too.
I say the ones that charge commissions are better than those free ones like Robinhood. Robinhood is trash. I mean, they get you on those spreads. I mean, if you see an option contract that's priced at $10, you will get that shit at $12 each. And they'll collect the $2 on that instead of 50 cents for like say a self-directed account at Chase or Ally or I think Ally is works under Chase. Bank of America, Merrill Edge, another one. So if you have a Bank of America, any of the top major banks, if you have any of those accounts, they should have a self-directing investment option. But you know what I'm saying? You got to start from the basics though. You got to learn what stocks are. You got to learn what options are. It doesn't take long to grasp that knowledge. A lot of people are scared. That's the problem. They're scared. They think that I can't do this. I can't turn 1K into 10K in a week. And I've seen that plenty of times. Like you know what I'm saying?
Taz the goat in the motherfucking building, man. What's good with you? Salute to the founder of the B1 Network. What's good with you? And the mic still ain't working. All right. Let me unmute Alonzo Hall. King Shinar, you still alive?
Yeah, I was saying I forgot what I was saying. Well, let me give a quick lesson. Let me give a quick lesson. You ready? I'm outside in the
Is it
cold
gonna
right
be
now. I'm
quick
smoking
like
outside.
King Shenard slow, or is it gonna be quick like Brother Alonzo came on and said, just let me give you a quick story real quick because we're talking about lineage. I was like, all right. And brothers from the tribe of Long Winds.
Kind of like the
Yes,
cigarette.
I
Hold on.
am.
Hey, I'm gonna mute up though. I'm gonna let you speak. Go ahead, bro.
I need a new lighter, bro. Damn.
Shit, I couldn't find mine either, to be honest. But I'm supposed to be giving that shit up, man. I need better energy.
Facts.
All right.
Nah, but you know
So where
what?
does it
Y'all do
start?
add an element that I can't discuss. So I appreciate y'all saying at least what you said today, because if you're going to be divesting bad things, what good things are you willing to reinvest in yourself? Because you're going to have time. If you start taking shit that used to take your time away or take your money away, now, well, what else do I do with it besides find another bad thing? Well, shit, find a good thing to do with it. Like, goddamn. Like, my thing with it, King Shinar, I didn't want to be the person who actually had to press the buttons, which is why a solution like, hey, call your parents, man. Your parents is getting up there in age. Ask them about life insurance. Talk about that and see if that investment vehicle is something that could work for your family. I can make that move happen a lot faster than I can. It's not scared, but it's like the work of day trading. That shit seems like if I gotta press the buttons and do all that shit, nigga, I'm gonna be missing opportunities, nigga.
No, I
Motherfucker
mean
get a notification and shit.
only
Like,
bro. When I day trade,
Yeah,
I
bro.
only
Like, what the
make
fuck
like
just happened? Like, you look down at your phone and shit, and that motherfucker just tells you, nigga, that nigga, you just lost 5 bands. You like, I'll be like, God damn, nigga, 5? Like, when I go with I talk quickly about it. Now, you actually said you had a story. I ain't gonna cut you off, bro. That would be disrespectful. Go ahead, my
hold
nigga.
on, give me
Oh,
a
well, hold
second.
on. All right. So, nigga, like I tell you about my 2015s. My 2015s, I was a lot more on the conservative style. So I was going with like some of the big names. When I was telling myself what would be the ones that you want to invest in stocks and bonds wise, I told myself, well, what do you like? And so because of that, it was like the Walmarts and like 14, I believe it was like 14, 15, somewhere around there. Um, when Facebook IPO'd, I was like, yeah, that motherfucker hit for like 42. And so I've never really looked for something that was like over $100 anyway. But it was like those ones, like very long term, just put it there and let it stay. That's what I always thought about stocks. I never even
So
came to the conclusion of learning day trading would be beneficial for me. I never came to
yeah,
that.
I don't day trade stocks. I day trade options. I don't play stocks. I don't care about stocks.
Shit,
But
well,
as
you're gonna
far
have
as
to do
like,
a whole class on what's
no,
the difference between stock and option then, like, and what work goes into both. Like, if you
I could tell
trade.
you, I could teach you, I could teach the whole audience right now. But let me let's see, I
Wait,
forgot
one more
what I
question
was
then
about to
before
say.
you go to what you want to say. I got one. If you just to buy and play, that's the same thing as the what you talking about. Get a Chase account and you can just, hey, I feel like buying some motherfucking Pepsi stock and just buy some, and that should be active. Like Tuesday, I got 100. I got 100 shares. Wednesday, I just feel
Yeah,
like shit, but fuck that, nigga. I
you
just
can
want
you
some.
can literally sign up right now. You can literally sign up right now. Get approved. Well, on Monday, if you're all set, you're all good, and then you'll be able to trade on Monday. But
What about selling them shits? Is it just as easy? Like, nigga, I got 25 in my Amazons. Nigga, I'm finna cash out on 3 of these motherfuckers and pick up 20 more of this little blue chip. Is that the same thing with Chase? They could do it that fast now.
you can do it. Chase is when I mentioned Chase, that's just a brokerage firm. A brokerage. They have their own section for investing.
But like any of
You
them
can,
can do that shit.
yeah. Why not?
Shit,
Um.
I'm gonna have to add an app to my phone to do that shit then, because right now I bank with
So
Wells
you don't hold
Fargo. They
on.
don't got that shit.
You don't invest in stocks. I don't know if you're being serious right now. Do you invest in stocks?
Yeah, but I bought them shits. I told you I do long plays. Bought them shits. They're there and they have value. But I
Oh
don't like
man.
trade them. I don't day trade them. I just you got them. They sit there, nigga.
How
Essentially,
long?
say
How
that
long
shit
have
ain't
they?
yours.
How long have your stocks sat there?
I'm like my 2014 portfolio was still hard, nigga.
2014. You know that between 2014 and between now, you could have had like way more than you have right now as far as profits
Yo,
in those
yo, yo,
stocks.
yo, yo. Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right, bet.
Go in the
All right,
building.
bet. What's good? What's up with you, bro? I,
Hey man,
I,
you
What
can't be
up? What
waking
up?
nigga up at like 11. What that shit wasn't even 11 o'clock. I heard, nigga. And, nah, brother Moses got it. I said, what the fuck?
yeah, you got it, man.
God
You
damn,
got
this
it.
nigga
You
know I
got
go, but shit, nigga.
it.
Nigga about 11:30, nigga, something like that, nigga. Something. Nigga don't call me, nigga don't wake up till about 1:35, nigga. Fuck, nigga. Saturday the
Shit, that's how Sid did me yesterday. She put the whole shit in my lap yesterday. Like, yeah, Tad's gonna drill on this tomorrow. I'm like, what?
Right,
I
right.
am. I got you. I got you. But yeah, man, what's good? What's good with
Nigga.
it? What's
What
up
the
with the
fuck is
cat?
this Nightcrawler shit, nigga? I damn near played the what is this Nightcrawler shit? I don't that's some new shit.
Yeah, the niggas calling black women night riders and shit. I never heard that shit before. That was a new one on me.
Like the
What is that?
90s sitcom, nigga.
Yeah, he said yeah he said yeah we don't fuck with night riders and shaquishas and whatever. Like yeah, he talking that shit.
Hey, I only met one nigga named Tyrone actually in the hood. Fuck they mean Tiresias and shit. These niggas is nigga Shavonda. They could have did the whole motherfucking song if that's the
Oh,
case.
what
Name
are y'all
everything
talking about?
sound like a black name.
What are y'all talking about?
Man, we talking about shut up, bro. You're out of here.
talking about some shit that niggas on the internet calling black women.
Right.
Calling black women night riders because of their complexion. And it's just bad, y'all niggas don't know shit about that shit. Like, these
Lonzo,
motherfuckers
go
be
ahead and cash
wild.
out. What else you got, Lonzo? Don't finish your last couple thoughts. I'll give you a minute.
All right. Shit. I was listening to this nigga Taz at the moment talking about this shit.
All right, my G. Listen from the cloud. Appreciate you.
All right.
Yeah, man. God damn. Like, I be catching glimpses of this shit and I be trying to keep up, but it should be happening too fast, nigga. Like, Night Riders is some new shit. That's a new. I wish the motherfuckers wouldn't have took it so hard when we niggas was like, you niggas is swirlers. Because that shit was a funny joke, how move on. But them light skinned niggas is still in their feelings. They coming up with new shit still, nigga. God damn.
These niggas here, bro. I ain't never heard of like night riders. That almost take it to, like I said, that's some clan shit, bro. Like, so it's like I got motherfuckers that want to come for me. They complain about who black women date and all of this shit. But then in the process, man, you got some other niggas that's calling them night riders, bro. Like it
Now,
makes
but you
no
also
sense,
remember they
bro.
did have that part of the system where they thought they was like knights and shit. Like they really dubbed each other like knights and shit. They all was crying, nigga.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that was that. Yeah, they was calling themselves knights at a round table and shit.
Knights of the round table. I gotta look that shit up and see, nigga, something like that. So now they saying, yeah, these motherfuckers are. It's almost like gothic too. Like it's a different level of like vampires. Like I bet they the type of niggas that do believe in vampires and like werewolves and like shit like that. Like that liar, that wizards and shit. Nigga, do you believe in wizards and shit? Nigga, I'd be like, man, hell no. Nah. These motherfuckers actually probably believe them niggas really existed. Nigga, not like a nigga that was good with roots and shit, but nigga, real magicians, nigga, throwing fire, nigga, shit like that. I that's all I get from him. I get him. My brother was one. He was one of them geeky dudes. At one point, ended up getting that long ass black jacket, trench coat, and everything. That's what I hear when I hear niggas who could come up with some shit like Night Riders. I mean, who is that nigga?
The fresh and fit niggas, some niggas who popped in the little dating circles and shit. Matter of fact, we did a video on them before. You know how the niggas be sitting around at the little round table. They invite the women to come and then they sitting there talking to the women and shit like that. And so like everybody now involved, like 6 people at the table. You know what I'm saying? 3 dudes, 3 women, and they, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth. It's one of them channels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just the dating shit. You know what I'm saying? The dating scene on Go. And I guess he had a little fallout with a woman during the episode. And so, you know, he was talking and shit or whatever to her. But in the process, you know what I'm saying, he, you know, starts saying a little too much or whatever. And now it's the came back. And so, you know what I'm saying, they pull some old audio out on these motherfuckers and shit. It's just niggas just ought to be ashamed of themselves, man. It's just too many of these incidents going on. You know what I mean? For people to just turn a blind eye every time this type of shit happen. Like these dudes is well known on the net. Like I ain't nowhere near they notoriety. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the people that come from me, I just wonder how they never seem to hear this shit from people that's way, I mean, these motherfuckers way above me in notoriety. You know what I mean? I just don't get it.
Night Riders, huh? My first vibe I get from that is like some creepy shit. Like, is they on some real creepy shit? Like they like black women should no longer talk to these niggas, or it was just some you know dating market value. I like white women type of tongue in cheek type shit that
Yeah.
Cracker was saying.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's some I like white women type shit. And let me take a shot at them too. Let me take
Oh,
a
quick
shot.
slick this, sneak this
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah, yeah. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Because like that's why I say these is black dudes, but they're in the dating conversation. And so the conversation, you know what I'm saying, is basically centered around what type of women you like. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, in them conversations, it's okay to say I don't like black women. They've been saying
Right.
that shit for the longest, you know what I mean?
So they just kind of made it synonymous with black then.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga like boogawoos, nigga. I don't fuck with them boogawoos no more, nigga. Like what they call them, old dark 30s, nigga. Too them, what is it, booty calls? Like is essentially making all of that the same now.
Right, right. Where where the black woman ain't even fucking worthy of, you know what I'm saying, being with it all. She's just a night rider, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh nah, we don't fuck with them night riders, fam. Like, nah, we
Yeah, it's
don't fuck
always
with them.
been weird too. Like, why do like I don't know. I guess it's in niggas too. That nigga shit to even want to talk about that. Like, it mean you got something at 2 o'clock in the morning. How would you have a problem against that shit? Now you didn't got a whole bad term, and now it was her fault because you got something at 2 in the morning. Now you got a whole conversation about that shit. Now I call them this, nigga. That's a different type of player right there because you done ran through so much. I mean, I don't know if it becomes the niggas too filthy to fuck with. Like, don't even fuck with that nigga. But that's like number. If a nigga ain't really just like on some weird shit, then he's just like some cracker ass nigga. Like that's the shit they do. Oh, it's getting real dark in here, and they attribute blackness, and you know they dehumanize it in a way. But the way that they dehumanize the blackness or what they're actually saying, sometimes that shit does end up being like, well, goddamn, like sometimes it does get offensive. So I'm not offended by it, but I don't know them niggas, that Night Rider shit. I don't know them niggas. I don't know. I don't know them
Yeah,
niggas. I ain't finna listen to them and see what the shit was one way or the other. If y'all gonna break
yeah,
that shit
nah,
down,
it
I'll
ain't
fuck with you on it.
yeah, what it is, like I say, if anything, I just don't mind using that to do a presentation on uh the Klan's history of being called Night Riders, and even some of the extended history that we don't talk about with it, because I don't know if you remember the WJ Simmons Klan video I did where I was showing how the dude who went up on Stone Mountain and restarted the Klan, how he was saying that wasn't supposed to be wild and this shit, that some wild individuals had taken over the Klan, and that they restarted it as a frat, but then the wild motherfuckers took over, and so it became a Negro whipping organization, is what he called it. Well, the Night Riders were the Negro whippers. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at it like a frat, the some of the motherfuckers wasn't in it to necessarily just let's go lynch some niggas. Some of them was in it to do the white boy let's get money shit, and that's the motherfuckers who would have been doing business with Marcus Garvey, right? You understand what I'm saying? The motherfuckers who just printing up shit, and the Klan is just an organization. We just making money. Um, and it ain't really about lynching nobody. It's more so about preserving whiteness. And we don't have to worry about lynching nobody because niggas ain't trying to discredit whiteness. We ain't,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They not using intimidation tactics and whatnot.
It was the
Okay.
opposite. They switched over to that eugenics model. We'll just study and we'll say that the size of their brains are smaller. We'll say that they're inherently inferior. They started doing studies and
Exactly.
shit on that. So they didn't have to fight you no
Exactly.
more. They start beating niggas with them books. Miseducation of the Negro. Carter G. Woodson came out to try to like give a different perspective. Niggas started writing their ass off at that period too. If there was one thing I would say about the Harlem Renaissance is that it did bring together motherfuckers who could actually write some shit down, and they started writing hella shit down. I think that's what 96 Plessy versus Ferguson was too. Was at that same year he did Booker did that Atlanta Compromise. So what they wrote down, what that nigga said, it set off some infuriating shit. So yeah, from that 96, the Klan, them motherfuckers, niggas got their head bust, nigga. Everybody
But
didn't
look,
have bullets like that.
right. So check this out then. So everybody wanted to get in on the oppression though, right? Because like I say, if the Klan ain't doing that shit right now, but it's some white dudes doing it, eventually what you saw was the Night Rider theme become the Klan. See what I'm saying? The Night Riders would have been the gangsters of the Klan, not necessarily the Klan itself or the organization, which is just rooted in, you know what I'm saying, speaking. Now, the Night Riders is the motherfuckers that's coming through there, burning up crosses, bombing churches, you know what I'm saying, whooping niggas and all type of shit. And so that part of the Klan took over the overall face, and that's what began to spread later on. How you got the 40s, 50s, and 60s with the United Klans of America, because before that, these were just ragtag local groups that ain't have no real pool together. You know what I'm saying? It took the 40s, 50s, and 60s to come for them to really have any pull together as an entity. But before that, they were all individual groups. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, a lot of that history get lost because we think of the Klan, we automatically think lynching. Oh shit, what the fuck? But it's not really that's the case. Really, the Night Riders and the hateful organizations that came while the Klan was gone were the ones who kept it afloat, and then eventually they took over the Klan because the organizations never left. You know what I'm saying? Even during Jim Crow, even though you don't have a Klan no more, you got the red shirts, you got a whole bunch of different groups like what happened in Wilmington, late 1898. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just the quote unquote Klan, but eventually they become the Klan. You know what I'm saying? By so many white folks with this sentiment, they take that shit over.
Right. And see, I'm not bringing Shenard up because he wouldn't understand. We just went from 1986, I mean, 1890 fucking 6 to 1898. There, we're still in the same spot. We didn't jump to some new shit.
Right. No, hell no. And then even still, we still are centering around the same place because it's the 20s that, you know what I'm saying, that word would be centered around. Night riding is more of an early 20th century term. Even like I think it's a 1907 article I got with it, with that term. So you know what I'm saying? You know me, man. I went pulled New York Times articles when in Tennessee history, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to rock and roll.
But why the fuck would they call black women that? That's crazy. Like it offended me when they put the Hitler mustache on Nyla because I actually agree with what she's saying about it, which doesn't make her him. But from a eugenics perspective, which is what kicks off in their education and all of that shit. Fuck, I was right there.
But see, even with that though, I still got to redo that video, man, because like a lot of that is misrepresented, bro. Like motherfuckers be giving dude a name that he ain't really got. Like they be stacking bodies on dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Hitler ain't what people crack him up to be, man. And that's why I say I think a lot of times we don't throw history out and restart it because Hitler is one of those tall tales where it's like, yeah, he was on some bullshit. But like when you start looking behind the curtain and shit, man, Hitler wasn't shit and he wouldn't have been nothing if they'd have went and stopped his ass any time before they decided to. You know what I'm saying? Like they let that motherfucker operate. So anything he was, they allowed him to be it. You know what I mean? That's like my issue with the Hitler story is they funded him, they watched the DuPonts fund him, they watched the Harrimans fund him, and then when they saw him get rich, they went and just simply took the money. You know what I'm saying? Killed him off and took the money and took his regime and put all that shit underground. It wasn't like Hitler was destroying the world and they went in and saved the motherfucking world. Like I hate that fucking story, bro. That ain't the real history.
But even that moves up to like the 30s, though. The 20s was hard. This dude said it's a menstrual term. The fuck?
What's a menstrual term? Cool.
I don't know, man. That's what he won't leave. But you see where he tried to take the car. Let me look what we're talking about, and this is why I won't let him back up. What this nigga say? You see this shit?
Yeah, I don't think nobody's used that term today.
God damn, man, he can't go nowhere in YouTube. I'll say that without there be other comments and shit. But so the term Night Rider was from Fresh to Fit. They applied that shit to black women, but it's more reminiscent of nigga. If you knew what that term mean, there's no way you would be using it towards black women. Or are you saying like so? Where do you go with that? Are you saying black women need to take up their white helmet or their white hood? Where do you go with that? Do you just show the information? What like which side do you take? Like how do you move that? How do you move that back aligned?
I mean, it's really a question of like, how do you even come to terms with that? Because these are the people who raped, lynched, and murdered black men. And so even if you try to shift it around, let's say, okay, this is the same white man that you don't want to talk about unless you're talking about a supremacy or an oppression standpoint. So my problem is when you attach that stigma to black women, you don't even have a history of it because you're using it based on their skin tone only. It has absolutely nothing to do with history. And if they were applying it in a historical context like that, it still would be off, but it would have more of an understanding to it than what they're applying now. I'm breaking up. I'm about to pull up to the house anyway.
I
I'll be right.
I wonder if Fresh and Fit are intelligent enough to know what because in let's say these niggas can play chess, right? They got mental strategies and shit like that. They've thought it out. Let's just assume these niggas have. Once again, mitochondrial DNA kicking up in me, nigga, like making a nigga want to give the niggas the benefit of the doubt. Although I don't trust these niggas and I don't believe them. I don't think they know the history. Therefore, they're not misappropriating it. But let's just get creative with it. And in my creative mind, if we say that these niggas knew that Night Riders was referring to the old clan, then these niggas are saying they don't fuck with white men who pursue black women. Or are they saying they don't pursue the black women who get caught up with white men? Or do they attach any whiteness to it? Except for they want white women, or they, that it was a hard point that was being made about whether or not they niggas just like, I'm not gonna fuck with black women anymore. They prefer whiteness, or they have their preference and all of that shit. But there was a hard line being drawn somewhere where the shit just turned into some vomit for me. It turned it. So where these niggas at? Are these niggas Fresh and Fit? Do they identify as black themselves? Like, if you ask them, what race do you identify as? Would they say they're African American, or would they say they're black? Before I get them niggas the benefit of the doubt of black, or even a perspective that's anywhere near educated enough to play a game on the level of someone like a Cynthia G when it comes to marketing and changing the game, and motherfuckers who could take a word and now it means something else. That's, nigga, now I'm cooking the nigga. We used to roast, nigga. Now we roasting a nigga. Now we cooking a nigga. Now we, a motherfucker is a 3 trash bag, nigga, dusty. Are they, do I give them creativity enough to even attach that to them, or do I leave them niggas right there in the ground where they already stay? Nah, I don't get them niggas that smartness. Them niggas dumb. These niggas don't know this shit. Fuck that, Taz. I don't get them niggas the benefit of the doubt. I don't think they know this shit, nigga.
They don't, though, bro. And it kind of played out for me on them Sunday Rumbles. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think I'm one of them who always assumed that like being a nigga was just universal, bro. Like when I go to different cities, I'm in the hood. I go around where niggas at. And so I've only been around niggas most of my life. Before I ever got on social media, bro, I thought this shit was universal. I thought everybody pretty much either had the experience or understood the experience like it. Bro, some of these motherfuckers just detached from real black experience. They're detached.
I already call them crackers. So I don't give a fuck what I don't care what their answer is. Them motherfuckers is crackers. Them motherfuckers think like crackers to even be like the overt, even a dumbass nigga knows that they talking about black women. And it doesn't have to be that they're discriminating against the dark-skinned black woman per se, but even a dumbass nigga can get that reference on the face of it. A regular ass nigga can know, they talk about black women like that. So that's not what the insulting part is. The insulting part is that they had a platform to say it and that they are able to monetize what they can do, which is paint that stigma of the black woman, Night Rider, because now you've hypersexualized it even more. It's not even about the killing that used to happen, not even about the fact that the black women would have been the ones being raped by the white man.
For me, what was fucked up was how it played out. So I don't listen to him. I don't know shit about him. I don't watch Fresh and Fit. Wifey was reviewing some shit, and I just happened to be listening to her stream yesterday and heard that shit. Was like, what the fuck?
Nigga, run that shit back. Hey, when I be hearing your shit, I run that shit back.
I didn't I didn't even look at the title of the stream. That's the title of the stream. Like, Sin did a stream, but I didn't know shit about it because motherfuckers ain't talking about it like that. And for men to have so much to say and be involved in what women doing, you would think that they had some shit to say about that too.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. If they're in a good position business wise to be of a benefit to someone like Cynthia G and Nyla Says and maybe Irene, my very first thought was I wonder how they would respond to a panel that included Sin G, Nyla Says, and Irene right there in your face. Nigga, what you gonna say? What positions do you hold? Do you still say those type of terms, or do you change up? Do they start to switch up once they get in the presence of some strength in their face? Anyway, that would be my thought if it's just a business model. If they're not like bad or, you know what I'm saying, just degenerate fuck ups and they just in a good space to benefit from having a marketable catchphrase or something, then all right. But if they're powerful enough for it to become that trend that shapes the way people view my sisters, then nigga, that's a problem. That's when the next question is these niggas ops? You know, I ask you that all the time, nigga. Is it go mode, nigga? When it was first goddamn you, what's his name? The tall nigga, the goddamn you. Fuck, I never even learned his real name. But yeah, first thing I say on the phone, nigga, behind or in front of the scenes, nigga, is it actually go mode or is it, nigga? That's what I ask. Is these niggas go moders? They just some weirdos, nigga. They just in a space where they grow on a channel, nigga. Or it's like,
yeah, just I mean, and see, and this is what I said about it earlier on some no cap.
These motherfuckers, nigga.
these some lames that if nothing else, you can get some subs off of for calling out. I mean, if nothing else, bro, they lames, they cornballs. If nothing else, a motherfucker can build a channel calling these cornballs out, bro. That's how fucking lame these niggas is. So it's like, for me, it's like, damn, bro, like even the fuck niggas get a pass, but motherfuckers got all the time in the world to watch us and look for any type of way to complain. But like these type of niggas be on here live and direct, bro, saying and doing the most, nigga. Don't nobody say shit.
Right. And to keep it a full 100, that's one of the reasons why niggas with real content struggle, because we are going to use content that's going to naturally get flagged by the moderators. They are considered a white hate group. So speaking on the 1800s, even speaking of the enslavement of our ancestors, can get our channels hit with the key terms that bring a channel down, unless somebody's specifically focused on Black history. Like they really got to be somebody who just Google's Black history to be able to find a nigga like us. But they can find some dating shit a hell of a lot easier. So if they're, you know what I'm saying, I don't like to measure my worth based off of how I can be degrading towards the Black woman. I measure my worth off whether my content has a space right now, whether it's something that need to be motherfucking said. Motherfuckers gotta know this shit, which is why I do like history and make historical references. Nigga, 19th century and 18th century Black experience. That's what I speak on my channel, by the way. Hey, B1 Brother Moses. Nigga, drop the PayPal link for the niggas. But yeah, like I don't be knowing whether to take niggas seriously. My first thought is always no, nigga. The no spark. Nigga, I don't take these niggas seriously, because if I take them seriously, how spark do I need to be? My go spark, nigga, is just as quick as my no spark. I say it like that. I can say no just as quick as I can say go, and either or, nigga, those are the ones. Nigga, and then everything else in the middle is just, man, leave this shit alone. I'll be giving a fuck about them niggas. How do you, nigga, I don't even know, nigga. Simultaneously, I see you building channels. This conversation talked about business and growing a network for a little bit. I see you doing the shit in real time. So after I make a video and I look in my chat or in my comments, I see commenters saying things like, oh, he still fucks with Taz. I got to talk to Brother Moses. And I'm like, what the fuck are y'all? What do you see that I don't see? Because I'm still looking at the business model, and I'm looking at it still from the hyper-vigilant, oh, he's a radical lens of how do we protect our sisters from this. Now, okay, originally, you can link videos with B1 Brother Moses and the Manosphere and Moses in that space. You can see me in the chat. You can see me blocking motherfuckers, doing all type of shit in the Manosphere chat, because it was originally about defending the image of the Black male. Yes, I was one of those, where's the Black male at too? Nigga, these motherfucking dumbass niggas is saying shit that got us looking stupid. Nigga, I was the nigga black as shit. Motherfuckers was making death threats. I'm like, nigga, take that shit off of YouTube. I was that nigga. Block them stupid ass comments. And so I may be responsible for getting some of the motherfuckers blocked here. Likewise, I promise you would it be them same niggas that I was blocking there that are blocked on the Eagles channel. I promise you. Because as a business model, but as a human, nigga, we read energy. Nigga, we read this shit. My energy says a motherfucker is hustling. Nigga, I can feel that shit from a mile away, nigga. 5 miles away. Nigga, and when I hear that shit, nigga, I listen. A nigga don't got shit else to do, but listen, nigga, should at least listen. Nigga, and I got time today, nigga. The business model seems like you're building multiple channels simultaneously. Nigga, how? Is my question.
I mean, I just really started back for real. If you recall though, I started doing it a while back because they were striking channels. And so, I mean, it's like the Animal Instinct channel, I really stopped working on that because I had started with it, like it was a whole bunch of shit going on at once with the Kevin Samuel shit. Then you had the shit going on with the conscious community, the Space Ghost Perp shit happened. It was just so much shit happening at once. My regular, real, actual content that I wanted to do started taking a hit because I'm dealing with 15 subjects that I view as important, but I'm kind of putting my own actual content to the side. And I feel like what I'm saying is redundant. You know what I'm saying? And so that's like, I feel like I haven't been building them. Like they kind of build themselves because the content is on them, but I haven't done on them what I could do. I should technically be live once a week doing an Animal Instinct stream and still uploading to the Incomparable. Even though I can't go live on it, I can still upload videos to it. Taz the Teacher, I hadn't even been using it. And the only reason I started using it now because they demonetized my main channel. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of trying to get back into the mode of staying away from the YouTube shit because as much content as I do, I could actually work on all 5 channels that's up and running and not even pay attention to what's going on YouTube. But if I'm doing YouTube shit in the process, like this fresh and fit type shit, it's impossible to work on the other channels. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm trying, bro, but it ain't as easy as it be looking. Like, I put the content on them motherfuckers and they'll start growing and, you know what I mean? I come back to it a month later, you know what I'm saying, and put something else on there.
All right, appreciate it. You building, bro. You fucking building. Like, and the shit, here's what I mean by building. So it started off just you post a Facebook post, and the nigga, it might go throughout the day, and let's say it got 100 comments on that motherfucker. Can you imagine how slow that is compared to now you got a YouTube stream going, and that motherfucker has comments that are flowing consistently. Nigga, now take that and scale it up to now you got 500 people who are active and live at one point, and everybody that's building that's the network that I talk about. When I say network or the networking business or the marketing element in it, or even nigga, that's what I look at. And so I'll pick your brain there, and then you can get back to the nigga shit at another day. Nigga, the Incomparable, of course they was gonna take that shit off. Nigga, like my channel, they tell me that like what was his name, Phil advised. They all said, well, you got to polish yourself up. That's what they all say. That's what they all say in order to get big. And I see it, the niggas who put the suits on and did that shit. I saw the niggas find some success. The niggas who was primarily saying it. Kitten Hills was saying you niggas need to wear suits. And that motherfucker Phil Scott dude was saying wear suits. The other niggas was pushing back until they started saying this corporate dude who came out, nigga. And that nigga was like, you don't have to wear suits if you're in this. Then the trucker niggas came out and was like, you don't got to wear suits unless you're in this. And then niggas was just like, nigga, what the fuck is these niggas talking about? A rift started happening where it was like, well, this content is going to go left. And it's going to go left in a motherfucker. Because I would consider Fresh and Fit motherfucking manosphere niggas. I put them all in that weirdo category. And I just leave it at that, nigga. And once that shit's in the manosphere bucket, it's in the manosphere bucket. And I don't fuck with it. Nigga, that shit is just that's divestment right there. Nigga, I wouldn't even respond. Nigga, if I could build a channel off of it, I still wouldn't. Because I wouldn't watch them niggas to know what the fuck them niggas had to say. That shit probably wouldn't go past 5 minutes of viewing it. Nigga, the comment itself, though, that shit could get a nigga in trouble. If you start talking that Night Rider shit, it will ding your channel, nigga.
Right.
Just like The nigga, like, they have a monopoly on whenever it's time to start having stories about the 1940s, the content and imagery from the 1940s, they will ensure that shit goes nowhere, bruh. It could be the most impeccable work live right there in real time in the world, and they will shut that channel down, nigga. Everybody in your network can share that motherfucker, and it will not send it. They will, nigga, return the sender void before they allow that type of scale to happen for a nigga channel. But then I turn on Cynthia G, it'd be 3,000 people rocking. Nigga, them niggas getting their ass whooped. That's what I say. I say that shit. Now I said her business and everything, nigga, but the ego got another impeccable way of using that platform. That motherfucker turned into big numbers, nigga. And that growth, nigga, is like my chat right now. I get a chat per 5 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 50 seconds. Nigga, y'all should be streaming, nigga, live, nigga. Anyway, motherfucker, I'll tell you this. There's times where you've been live and there's been a famous entertainer, nigga, live on Instagram at the same time, and you'll have more in your chat than they got in theirs. And these motherfuckers been in movies.
Yeah, see, I think some of that
niggas, nigga, blue check niggas
going on this motherfucker though, cause like, man, this social media, bro. Like what I learned a long time ago, bro. Like motherfuckers want to listen, but they don't want to be bored, bro. Like you got to entertain and you got to teach at the same time. And if you got to bring it down a notch, bro, like that's okay, but don't bring it down so far where motherfuckers get bored. And I think sometimes, like especially like people that's famous already, they don't have to work for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I work for this shit, bro. Like so when I realized like, oh shit, I can get on here and beat myself, nigga, and I can do exactly what I want to do. Be myself and people respect it. People
incomparable.
Oh shit, nigga, we here, bro.
Niggas like too late, nigga. And I don't give a fuck if I only get 1,000 views on that motherfucker. I never even had to check I didn't know views was a thing, nigga. I just enjoyed the ability to do it, nigga. Unmonetized to monetize, nigga.
Bro, I remember when my wife started doing this shit, I was going to work every day, bro. I ain't think nothing about it. Bro, I didn't even really view it as media. The only person I really ever talked to about it was Judas Redemption. And he was saying it was media, but I didn't really view it that way. You know what I'm saying? We had the Facebook chat and shit. We talked in there, but everybody else watched YouTube but me. I wasn't a YouTube person. I just never looked at the shit, didn't care. And when she started doing it, dog, it was like, damn, okay, so I see. And so I was hopping on the panels and shit, man. And after a couple conversations, they're like, yeah, Taz, you need to start a channel. Like dude, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I ain't fucking interested in that. And that nigga fucking Amiri, bro, he did a video about him. Angry Man did one first, then Amiri did one. And you know what I'm saying? If you know me, you know that was enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the building. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm here now. So, you know, I mean, I don't have nothing to talk about because I ain't gonna sit here and do videos about niggas. So fuck it, let me start talking about the shit I know. You know what I'm saying? And let me start talking about, you know, some of my life and some of my history and shit. And the bad part is that's where I fucked up at. You know what I'm saying? Telling motherfuckers about me. You know what I'm saying? Because that was kind of later. The bad part is everybody think they know you and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, dog, it's a trip, man, coming through the door, man. Because I would tell anybody now, man, just come in doing your content, man. You ain't gotta try to level with nobody as an individual because they're not gonna respect you anyway, fam. Don't even try to level with these motherfuckers. If you're gonna do that on your Patreon or something. Don't do it on Front Street. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. And the only reason I still do it because it's been done so much. Now everybody fucking know me, right? So you know what I'm saying? Like I might do it now, but I tell another motherfucker, man, you better not tell these motherfuckers your business. The fuck? Don't tell these motherfuckers shit. You know what I'm saying? And for real, Cien always said that, bro. That was always her thing. Like, man, stop telling these motherfuckers shit, bro. Like stop telling them. Just don't correct shit. Let them think what they want to think. Let them say what they want to say. They not gonna stop. Fuck them. That's what she always said. I could never listen though. You know, I'm hard headed. I'm big, bro. I ain't nigga. I hear you, but I gotta get these niggas like that for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, now I would advise a person to never correct
hard-headed
shit.
is genetic, nigga. I'm telling you, hard-headed is genetic.
Man,
I keep telling these niggas, oh, nigga, nah, hard headed is genetic, nigga. I done bumped my head quite a few times, nigga. Fuck that. Had to. Sometimes I knew I knew that motherfucking headbutt was coming, nigga.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and it's like I say, it's shit like when you're doing shit like this, bro, it's for me, the bad part that I think some people don't get, or maybe they get it and they just don't like it because it's not a benefit to them. But the head bump is supposed to grow you, right? The head bump is supposed to be, okay, what am I doing wrong? What can I do better? And so when my platform was 50-50 for the first 2 years, and I started watching it go to 60-40, 70-30, and it got to 75-25 just recently, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm watching it, right? And so I'm watching the correlation. So I go and I'm looking all through my analytics. I'm trying to figure it out. And these niggas leaving because I'm doing Kevin Samuels videos. So as I'm doing Kevin Samuels videos, men are leaving, women are coming. Now, that's not purposeful. That's reality. Kevin Samuels talks to who? Women. So men following him and agreeing with him, they're divesting from my platform, while women who trying to figure out why niggas even saying shit like this are finding my platform for the first time. So the bad part is, on my end, nothing's ever changed. I just ain't talking about Kevin Samuels now. It's just fresh and fit. But the problem is you can fit anybody in there, and we've been fitting people in there for years. So how often should we continue to find another YouTuber to fit in this slot of being just like the last 25 black male YouTubers we were just talking about? Like, I just think it's so much more going on, and you have to take a step away from the YouTube paradigm for a minute to see, like, damn, man, they keeping people right here in a circle, man, with fake pro-blackness. I hate the white man, but everybody going clock in tomorrow. Like, come on, fam.
They in
Like,
that top 25 black YouTube circle?
huh?
Are they in the top 25 black YouTube?
Who?
Fresh and Fit.
Oh, yeah. Well, you talking about as far as, like, numbers-wise and shit?
Numbers, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They might be in the top 5. Yeah, that's what I say. They if anything, they the numbers. They some niggas you can run your numbers up on. That's my issue with it, with the pro-blacks and shit that I be calling out. Like these the type of motherfuckers you build your channel off of and attract the attention that you want to attract to pro-blackness. These is some niggas that's up there embarrassing the black male image. The least you could do is say, "Hey man, look, I ain't this." But then you'll find yourself the next day saying, "Look, fam, I ain't this either. Oh shit, Space Ghost Perk video. Fuck, I ain't this either. Oh, you got a Game Changer video. Well, goddamn it, guess what, y'all? 4 days in a row. I'm sorry, but I'm not this either." You see what I'm saying? This is what you end up doing, dog. If you get too far into this shit, that's why I was talking to Q about it the other day. He said he ain't going all the way in. He'll keep it surface level. Because if you go too far into this shit, bro, you will be responding to these black men's ignorance every day in order to save your image, your face. Like these niggas, when they go out, they speaking on behalf of black men. That shit is called the Black Manosphere, and their role is to speak on behalf of black men. So how do you not, as a black man, realize that you have to combat that at some point? I feel like we did our job, bro. That's why I say, like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say about us. We did our role. We performed our job. There's a lot of people here that just roll under our work. Period. They just get the benefit of saying we were there, but they don't have the content. They don't support it. And so it was just momentary, but moving forward, they never intended to grow. I'm about growth, bro. I'm not just here to be saying this shit tomorrow and then 2023, we doing the same old content. Hell no.
You gonna put on a suit?
Oh to start? Because for real, I mean, I don't want to, right? I have no intention of putting on a suit, but for fun, just to say, you know, once or twice out the week, you know what I'm saying? I'm colder than you fuck ass niggas on YouTube. If I put on a suit, nigga, you runner up. I might though, brother Moses. I ain't gonna lie. I might. You know what I'm saying? Just to say, nigga, wait, bro. I'm tired of y'all talking about my white tees. Didn't you niggas tell me to cam up, nigga? Didn't you lame ass niggas? Look at me now, nigga. Look. You want me to turn my shit off now, don't you? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think it's like getting about time to have fun with that type of shit. But yeah, I mean, I come on in a suit and, you know what I'm saying, have some fun in that motherfucker and whatnot. But I can't do it every day though, bro. You know, got to do the Joe Montanas, the Jerry Rices, the Roger Craigs, the Dwight Clarks, the Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Got to get my 49er jersey throwback collection game up. You know what I mean?
Hey, that motherfucker E40 is a 49er fanatic, nigga. That nigga, I only mentioned because I follow that nigga on IG, and that motherfucker was 49er out nigga on this shit, nigga.
He's like our biggest known black fan for real. Yeah, he be in the building, but he be at the games and everything, front and center.
A gone with the spoon, nigga. That nigga say he gone with the spoon, nigga. I don't know who that nigga thought he was, but that was a bar.
Bar right there, bro. I didn't even hear it, but yeah, that's a bar.
Gone with the spoon.
Oh, that's a bar.
Fuck, nigga.
And it's fucked up too, though, man. Because like I said the other day, like you got some people who don't know how to detach the direct problem from the intellectual value of spitting bars. You know what I'm saying? I like the intellectual value of the bars, fam. I really do. I understand niggas talking about cooking up dope and shit. I get it. But if you can say that in a way that I've never heard it, and your verbiage is up to par where it's like, damn, bro, that was cold. I'm gonna say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's always been for me the issue. I know how to detach my behavior from the fucking music. And some people, I guess, don't.
Right.
Yeah, they ain't gonna like it, man. Brother Mo's gonna be like, Taz, what the fuck you doing? I'm gonna come on this motherfucker with that 3-6 playing like, now ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar.
I see you play the songs, you don't play the old videos, though.
I'm gonna do the video. I'm gonna do the video. I'm saying I'm gonna do the video, though. I'm gonna do the video. I'm gonna come on this motherfucker and do the video. Like, get her boots with the pimp down. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm gonna be on this, mom. It's me, bro. I overdo every fucking thing. So I don't know why a motherfucker would be pressuring me to come on camera and this and that, bro. I've been trying to teach, bro. But evidently I'm gonna have to go back to doing these videos where I come on camera and, you know what I'm saying, we somewhere kicking it and whatnot. I'm gonna have to fucking put on some clothes that I don't want to wear just to get on camera and say, look at me, look, I'm dressed up, you stupid motherfucker. I mean, I hate that type shit, but that's what black YouTube outside of our space seems to be interested in. And just for fun, I can do that. Not for serious content, but for fun. And so, like, when I get ready to do the Naker News, I might sit down in the suit, say, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? We're here today for the Naker News. You know what I'm saying? Not dead ass serious, but serious, though. You know what I'm saying?
Naker News is some good shit, man. We need shit for us anyway. I don't give a fuck what motherfuckers say. That motherfucker on, I'm turning the motherfucker on. Nigga, that's when I get the notification. So y'all should be sure to hit the bell, man. How the fuck I got 90 people in here, man? Fuck y'all. My name is B1 Brother Moses, man. I'm Moses, man. I ain't seen y'all motherfuckers say hello or something one time. Somebody say hello. Like, where you from? 916, man. 916 card, stand up if you from the NorCal. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say some shit. 90 of you motherfuckers? I know you bring trolls, nigga. Shit. They saw. Did I put your name in the headline or something? God damn. Nigga, I am impressed. Nigga, you are a magnet.
No, motherfucker. Your channel has some traction to it because you one of the smartest motherfuckers on the planet. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I might be a benefit to you, but like, shit, you can't, like, nigga, you ain't nobody to just ignore, Brother Moses.
We got work to do, man. Hey, man. When it comes to delivering content, though, if I soundbite snipped yours up from a professional lens as a hacker and took your content and sold that shit to corporate America for Black History Month, I'd be a billionaire.
I'm
I
gonna probably
promise you. If I soundbite snipped your shit down into the segments, $100 each, nigga, I would get $100 segments, nigga, for Black History Month all over America, nigga. The soundboard of nigga what really happened, because they need a black male voice to do it. And you know, these motherfuckers be saying the most uninformed, that they be so basic and surface level with it, it don't even be worth having a conversation. How you got two up?
Okay, let me get a screen share right quick, right? So this is episode 2 of the Naked
I
News.
share your screen. Am I sharing your screen, my nigga?
Yeah, you got my share now. That's my screen right there.
Oh shit, nigga, they stepping technology up. I ain't never seen this shit before. I'm gonna mute up.
So tomorrow we're gonna be doing the Naked News episode 2, right? And this is what I'm trying to make people understand about why divestment, nakers, all of these things has to be said from my end. I'm literally trying to make sure you hear me. And it's sad that people only hear you when you say divest or naker or something like that. But nonetheless, it's important that people begin to understand that, you know, when that white boy knocked Nate Robinson out in the middle of the ring and motherfuckers did memes and laughed and played and it was a fucking joke. Okay, that was an L, nigga. You don't get to come back now and be mad about divestment and all this shit right now when the white boy walked off flexing on him, left him laying in the middle of the ring. And this is your black versus white paradigm that was created. Every time you open your mouth talking about them crackers and this and that, you got a black versus a white man right here. I'm just saying, watch some of the paradigms you laying out. Because for real, when it comes to taking the L, it's generally going to be a naker laying down right there on his face, not ready and prepared to deal with the white boy. He wasn't ready. And so this is episode 2 coming up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And this is rooted in trying to grow black people, but I ain't gonna hold your hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got no business in that ring with that white boy if you ain't ready. That white boy ain't got no business beating you. This ain't Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, fam. This is a basketball player trying to jump in there, fam. Sit your ass down. You embarrassed black me and you fucking naked.
You know who I would call a naker too? His face.
Who you got?
That nigga right there.
That's the thing, bro. I was saying that shit on my Patreon and shit earlier and shit, bro. Like, yeah, dog, it's not limited to just one group of people, bro, but I'm gonna have fun with that shit because only one group of people seem to get triggered by it. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, some of these women, bro, I seen a goddamn video of a woman, nigga. She walked up to the drive-through window, nigga, and opened that motherfucker up and start firing inside there. But like that's naker shit, bro. Like, ain't nobody finna be caught. I don't give a fuck. It was a man, woman, black, white, Asian, nigga. This is all naker behavior, bro. Like, for some reason, niggas just want to attach everything to the plantation and run off crying, nigga. Everybody's a fucking naker, so. You know what I mean? I'm going to get a few weeks in, man, with these niggas. I'm going to start adding everybody, man, because nobody commits more stupid crimes than white people, dog. For real. Like it's amazing how stupid they crimes be. Niggas shit be outright. He shot the motherfucker. He did some bullshit. He's caught. These white motherfuckers be having intricate, long stories for some dumb shit. So, yeah, they're going to fit perfectly fine in the Naked News.
Oh, yeah. They end up in your Naked News, nigga. They might end up in mine, too, if it's really a dumb motherfucker, too. Nigga, I'm going to have my slides already ready.
Yeah, like I said, I got it segregated right now, man. The segregation seems to work well, man. If everybody understands the Pale Pookie Project, then you most certainly can understand the Naked News because it's just the other side of it. Because I always did the Pale Pookie Project, you know what I mean? But, yeah. You know,
they're not sensitive motherfuckers that understand when the shit just doesn't apply to them.
Mm-hmm. Right. And that's That's the
They
problem.
know what, but they also should know what does apply to them. There's some naked shit that niggas do, and every once in a while, that's why they nigga listen. That sometimes that shit does apply, nigga. That's would be the funniest part when the nigga can remember that.
Well, yeah, that's why I say I'm getting, like I said, that's why I think nobody wants to debate me or had a conversation with it, because it's like, could you really tell me you don't want to divest from Brother Polite, or that R. Kelly isn't a naker? See what I'm saying? Like, you ain't, like, my nigga, like, I'm gonna run circles around you. You're gonna embarrass, I'm gonna have you up here defending pedos, bro. So most people ain't gonna try to even have that conversation with me. They're gonna try to get to some women and try to, you know what I'm saying, make it about emotions or dating or some shit like that. But like, I knew that, which is why I wanted to start the discussion surrounding around men. Like, okay, bro, like, them still my niggas, bro. I'm just divested from them. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about my niggas in Water Hills. These niggas on the internet ain't my niggas. I'm just divested from them completely. But like, the people I would say that are bad for the community that I know even in real life, I've divested from them. Haven't most black men, wasn't that their argument? You know what I'm saying? That they've gotten away from the bad people, and their idea to fix it was to burn down a community, though, remember? That's just that's where we start to go our separate ways, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to burn it down. We got to rebuild it still. You know what I'm saying? So like, we burn it down, you know, so we be rebuilding from scratch. I don't know if we need to completely burn it down. You know what I mean? But remember, that was they was like, fuck it, the men, the women, the children, everybody got to go, fuck it. And so it's like, you're not even able to get the message out correctly to address some of the things you want to address. Like I say, because even when we had an agreement, it would always get to the disagreement when it came to what? Dealing with black women. They just, if the community, the bad Pookies and Ray Rays got to go along with all the black women. It was like the black women got to go along with the Pookies and the Ray Rays, and we're going to bring in our mixed Asian, white, and Latino women to replace the black women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That shit was
it didn't apply.
Yeah, it was monumental. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, what? And it really didn't apply. We should have let that shit fly, but I don't know.
I mean, we let it fly when it was stupid, though, right? Like, if it's just stupid, nigga, we let the shit go. But when the shit was, nigga, they did say some shit that I was like, nah, nigga, this is almost red flag moments.
Well, I mean,
they said some shit that was almost like catch a flight. Like, they was talking bad shit.
I mean, Harriet Tubman, to say that Harriet Tubman don't belong on the $10 bill. Like, I thought that was crazy. I thought it was crazy to turn around then and say that Kim Kardashian is the new Harriet Tubman. You know what I'm saying? But although it's like some of the dumbest shit you ever heard, do you not talk about it? You know what I mean? Like, do you just ignore it?
Nah, you talked about that shit, flushed it out, told them who was actually in the running and everything.
Yeah, that was a trip right there. That damn contest. I don't think nobody even knew that shit, because I never heard nobody else talk about it. But the conversation
still exists, my nigga. Look at the screen real quick. Here's a good one. I'm looking through my slides and shit. You know, I be trying to work on shit in the background for debates. Nigga, you know, I lost by 2 points. Well, I didn't lose, but yeah, I lost on score by 2 points. I went under 130. I went like a 129.
Wait, who was you debating?
What's Blackson?
What was the debate?
Diet or financial health? Which one was more detrimental?
I have to watch it. Who was the judge?
That shit was all right. Nigga, I was going up against, but you're gonna die. But you're going to die.
Who was the judges for it, bro?
I don't know. I don't even ask.
Oh, you ain't see who the judges was?
Yeah, because like literally, like when the chief judge came over and tried to have that debate and I cooked him there, I was like, okay, so now I know what the judges think anyway. Nigga, I cooked the judge. Nigga, fuck you mean? Nigga, like we can have a debate, nigga. If I could cook the judge, nigga, that debate tournament was already over for me, nigga. The fuck you mean? Anyway, yeah, that nigga brought himself over to try to have that nigga Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill. I said yes. And at that time, someone said, but that would still be commodifying her. and she was against the commodification of black bodies.
Motherfucker, that was you that said that. Nigga, that
Oh
was
yeah,
you.
nigga.
What you
I know,
talking
nigga.
about? That was
Oh yeah,
you.
nigga.
The fuck you talking about? Nigga?
She
I
was
said
with
everything else but that. That was what you added to it that made that shit cold. Because I did a whole presentation and then you came and added that to it. What the hell are you talking about? Do I need to run the video so you can hear it, nigga?
I'm just
That
saying I
nigga said,
remember, nigga.
that nigga said somebody said. Yeah, somebody named Brother Moses, nigga.
Somebody said, nigga, what if I would have said it was Dr. John Henry Clark? Would that have made it any more powerful? Nigga, fuck
Bro,
that.
I'd have snapped, bro.
That
Like,
nigga feel like, fuck that.
you know, I'd have snapped, bro. Like, he ain't saying shit like that, nigga. I got on some bullshit. You know, I don't like this. I'm giving niggas false credit, nigga, for some shit you said. What the hell wrong with you, nigga?
I am somebody, nigga. I am somebody, nigga, with the whole motherfucking sign up in my hand, nigga. In another life, nigga, I had an out of body moment. Nigga started talking about the other brother Moses, nigga.
Man.
I was talking about that Morehouse, nigga. Huh? God damn. That nigga said, nigga, you said that shit, nigga. That was you.
Yeah, that was you, bro. I remember you, because like I said, I covered just about everything in that, man. Like I was all the way back in Confederacy times, the money, everything, bro. But I never talked about the commodification, bro. Like, you know, I generally, man, that's them the days I kind of miss, man, when I would drop the link and really wouldn't nobody come up but you, and then you would come up to add to the presentation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, didn't nobody ever come to debate or push back. So you would come to add to it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we got to get back into that shit, because that was the shit. Matter of fact, I got to dig out that Wizard of Oz joint. I'll probably run that tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah, I gotta hear that shit.
Let
Like,
motherfuckers see how
shit, I
cold.
need it. First of all, I didn't have it recorded either, so that's gonna be a blessing to hear it again, because that shit is magic, nigga. I didn't have it, nigga, but I was able to deliver it.
I ain't watched it again, bro. Like, I only seen it that one time. I mean, when we did it.
This how I know it's because you're a magnet, bro. There is nobody in the chat that can name a boxer from the 1900s for real. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. It's been up there like 5 minutes. Nobody responded. I see them laughing at you and shit. Nigga, what y'all laughing at? Y'all fucking play too much.
They probably didn't look at the screen.
These motherfuckers, they motherfuckers, they laughing at you, nigga. They ain't laughing at me, nigga. I'll tell you that shit right now.
Blue Daydreamer said, "What's the Wizard of Oz?" Well, we're gonna run it tomorrow, man. Could be that ounce of gold, you know. I forget what you had as Oz, man. That was crazy, dog. I'm gonna run that back tomorrow morning, man. For football, come on. That was an amazing stream. That's why I say a lot of the streams I did back then, like, people don't understand, like, that my channels wasn't never monetizing no shit like that. That was just my fucking content. Like it's never changed. You know what I'm saying? And so the fact that I want to change the delivery, I don't know why people think the message got to change with that. Like, bro, I ran a video of a white dude, bro, named Garrett Foster. You remember that one, Brother Moses?
Not Forrester? I think I remember the Forrester. Nah, I'm slipping.
Let me pull this white boy up. Let me show you this video I did. I'm about to upload that again and put that back on my channel too, nigga. I get tired of people playing games with me, right? I'm one of these people who really have done content, bro. I seen the shit in my archives earlier, right? So check this out.
Found a true divester. Name a boxer from the 1900s. Butterbean. Yeah. Butterbean was a big white boy. So is the first. Like, I've seen all black boxers so far. Y'all ain't divested yet.
I got you, motherfuckers, didn't I? Y'all ain't that divested. Y'all all know the black boxers. Yep, except the motherfuckers with Butterbean. Got y'all. Yep. Archie Moore, though. Go ahead with your bad self. Look like Jack Johnson for the win. All right, give me 1 second. B1 Brother Moses, man. Hey, I just want to give a couple of shout outs right now, real quick, because I didn't know that shit would work. And so I appreciate y'all for hitting it up. QI. What up, QI? With the Jack Johnson. Ephraim Williams, Spare Change, salute. D. Douglas, Scorpio, a salute. Archie Moore, Lulu, salute. Butterflies, Joe Lewis, salute. This motherfucker A9 in here laughing and shit, nigga. Who was the fucking boxer, nigga? Fuck. Butterbean, Scorpio. I think, Camo, you named like 5 people, didn't you? Oh, Scorpio named like 5 people. De La Hoya. Somebody had Mexicans on the mind in the 90s. Tyson, Holyfield, Jones Jr. These are all the first ones who I would have named too. These are the first ones I would have named too. George Foreman, my sister said that when I asked her earlier. Sugar Ray, Spare Change. Oh, now y'all was up here too. Okay, so yeah, now y'all start responding a little bit sooner than I thought. Andrea W. Shanice Moore, salute. There you go, my guy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So this white boy Garrett Foster, he got clapped by the police back during the George Floyd, Breonna Taylor trial. Riots in 2020, right? And so it is one of the many videos I did, but the reason I did this one was because he had a black girlfriend, and he was out there pushing her around during these protests and whatnot. And so he died at this protest, you know what I mean? And he got shot for real. So I'm gonna run the video. I'm gonna put the video back up, but I just need people to know. They make it sound like I've ever been one of these super hardcore, I hate the white man motherfuckers. Like, you'll see when I put my video back up that I did about this, that I don't believe in sitting here acting crazy about some shit that I'm not a part of. Now, this dude was out there with her, bro. He get murked, and you know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers just don't realize she was left alone in that situation. Now, he was out there pushing her around for her cause in her wheelchair, and I ain't see nobody even mention this shit. Nobody did content on it. It wasn't even a divestment story for me. It was more of a Black Lives Matter story. But because it's a white dude, you know what I mean, motherfuckers didn't even acknowledge the shit or whatever. But yeah, he got killed and shit out there, man, and that was her mate. You know what I mean? Like, why the fuck would I want her to be hurt or saddened? You know what I'm saying? And he out there doing what he's supposed to do as far as she go. These bitch ass niggas on the internet, they wouldn't be out there pushing her around. They don't support black women like this. You know what I mean? So why would I try to shit on him? So yeah, I'm gonna put that video back up, because like I say, I ain't never pushed divestment, but I ain't never switched either. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never changed. I'm not about to be on here making it sound like it's okay to ignore that story or not even show that black woman was out there at them protests, and he made sure she was out there. That white boy made sure his black girlfriend was out there to represent during them protests, and he died in the process, and she was hurt, nigga. And I'm doing her story, period, nigga. Just like I did in 2020. It's 2022. Bitch ass niggas never caught on. I'm still the same nigga. And it hurts. It hurts, motherfuckers, because I ain't never got to change, and I ain't never got to be fake.
Big facts, all facts.
Yeah, I seen that name earlier when I was going through my shit. Like, yeah, I gotta re-upload that video, man. That was some fucked up shit. People don't talk about stories like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she alone now. You know what I mean? That was her dude. You know what I mean? Like, how we gonna play that? Like, it's just like fuck her. She don't matter. Her love life ain't important. Like I said, I ain't pushing no white dudes on nobody, but I guess maybe because I didn't say the word divestment back then, it didn't hit the same. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should have said that back then. Like, she divested and I support her, nigga. Maybe I should have said it that way. Because motherfucking show didn't react to that video like that. Kennedy Smith either. I did that video around the same time. They didn't react to that video like that either. What are you over there doing, bro?
I'm listening, nigga. What the fuck you mean? Like, you giving me the shows to go back and watch. Like, I be in the archives, but I may overlook it if I see white people in it.
Yeah, it ain't a lot of it. I was saying, it ain't a lot of it. But I've done about 4 or 5, bro. Like, I've definitely.
Nah, but they always end up being like the teachers. They like, I see them more in those ones. Those. Damn, my bad, man.
Let me see.
Hey, somebody in the chat said something that stood out too. Number one, I know you're a magnet because the niggas didn't say shit. Anonymous just laughed, and it's women that know boxing. So it is something like this where, oh damn, that's the other one. I like this one though. The patent and them not having the patent, just selling a brand of an item. That's just a fire ass comment. All 100%. This one though, Aaron Butts said, "So cute and feminine." That is the juxtaposition where Black women are expected to have had some exposure to sports, like who are the boxers and some general knowledge and shit like that. So that's cool too. Now, if somebody didn't know somebody from the 1900s, that was a whole nother motherfucking conversation. If they didn't know any boxers from the 1900s, if they would have said Floyd Mayweather, then that would have been a conversation spark. Anyway, so I shared that a little bit on the screen later. Thank y'all for doing that, man. I appreciate that little quick survey. It sounds like when I put that in there, when I said 1900, what was on the screen, my bad, Taz. When I put the name of boxer from the 1900s, I put that up there to see what would be good content to deliver. And because there were so many African-American boxers on there, that gives me a conclusion that, yeah, that might be something worth investing in, getting their stories and shit. So I appreciate that. I just wanted to see. Next, George Foreman's grill patents. Nigga, that's fucked up because he got hella kids with that name. Even if they don't own the patents, them motherfuckers still can go anywhere and be like, yeah, the George Foreman grill. And that's an introduction damn near everywhere for them. And that's fucked up if they don't even have the license to sell their own shit. Though, that'd be fucking hilarious. Hey, what if the George Foremans, all them goddamn kids named George shit, couldn't sell George Foreman grills? They didn't have the right to even say this shit. Like, they'd be in violation of the law if they couldn't say their own shit. Nigga, that shit would be hella funny. Like, if they got caught saying that shit, they get sued.
Right.
Fuck, nigga, that shit would be hella funny. That's the shit that I'd laugh at for a while. Fuck. Hey, man, I can't though, man. I know you could probably pull back a lot more content that you have if you don't look for the whole video, but just the shorter snips of it that relate to number one, shit, the fucking white men who didn't die, they still there.
Wait, what you talking about? Hold on, what you talking about?
You showed the dude that was pushing her wheelchair.
Oh, yeah. What about him?
The number of white dudes that was there, though, they didn't die. Nothing happened to them. It wasn't like no big riot. Nothing big major broke out.
No. Nobody cares when white people get killed by the police.
Right. Was he only targeted because he was like was it ever even suspected that it was like nigger lover, something like that shit?
He was suspected Antifa.
Nigga, they use that as a blanket statement, but we know what they mean. Nigga, was it actual like nigga? I don't know why.
No, I mean, like, seriously.
Why that story.
Like
Nigga,
seriously,
fuck
that's
that.
what it
Let me
was.
say it this way, nigga. Fuck that story, nigga. Skip. I'll probably skip that shit, man. Don't redo that one, nigga. If you got my 2 cents beforehand, nigga. Nigga, if there's one that we should do, nigga, not so you said the Wizard of Oz. Let me give you the other one, nigga. The other one is it's always going to be Wilmington. It will always be that Wilmington story. That's ghetto gold, as they would call it, nigga. Not that white boy story pushing the wheelchair. That's not even an honorable mention story to me when it comes to your
Well, I was just gonna re-upload the short video, brother Moses. Damn.
Nah, nigga, you don't got my blessing if you do that shit, nigga.
Don't even upload the short video back up. Damn.
You won't hear from Team PayPal for a week if you put that white boy on the screen. Never, nigga. You disobeyed the ancestors with that shit.
That's crazy though, man. You say Wilmington, that Wilmington joint though, man. That is one of my favorites, man. I just feel like people don't respect it, man, the way I do, bro. Like that's one of my favorites, bro. Like, but you know, it never really got the traction I felt like it should. Like nigga, even the Devil's Punch Bowl. Like I like them videos. Like some of them videos are things that people talk about, but it's like the real deal. And it's like, motherfuckers overlook that shit, bro. It's that dating shit motherfuckers care about. That Wilmington joint is the truth, bro. I'm going to have to pull that shit back up. I'm going to pull some of that shit out, man. I'm going to put Garrett back up, man. How about that? I'll pull some of that shit back out before I put the white boy back up. But again, the only reason I want to put him back up, though, bro, is motherfuckers keep on saying I'm being fake. You know what I'm saying? I got somebody in my comment section right now saying, chase the bag, Taz, I understand.
Top 5, son. Top motherfucking 5. I was waiting for somebody in the chat to know what the fuck I'm talking about, nigga. Top 5 replays, nigga. God damn.
Yeah, you know what? I need to run both of those, man. The 2019 visit, then the 2020 visit. Because like I came back to that motherfucker mad. You know what I'm saying? The second one was mad. Remember the first one I did based on the white boy story. The second one I did like, nah, that white boy lied. Like,
oh shit, hold on, my nigga. Chocolate Beauty just threw the lifeline out. Why didn't she say something, man?
oh yeah, seeing premiere started in what, 2 minutes? Yeah, she got
That must mean. Oh shit, I'm at the 3.5 hour mark, man. This is B1 Brother Moses. What up, Taz? I salute, nigga. Ain't even no closing for this motherfucker. My name B1 Brother Moses. Like, subscribe. My nigga Taz, go ahead, nigga. As the founder of the B1 Network, nigga, you can even have the last word, but that's all I got, and I'm out, nigga. 3.5 hours, nigga. Salute, motherfucker. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
Salute, nigga.
Thank you.
Mama.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We got you today. Appreciate you, bro.